Okay. I know you've read or heard about that game, movie, or comic, blah, blah, but you haven't heard it from us. So chill, relax, let us talk all about it before you log off.
I was about to go to the bathroom too.
I know. I had a pee.
I was gonna do you because we're about to go.
No, I was joking.
So the thirst is absolutely real, everybody. I am Sir and Carter, and you're listening to Before You Log Off at Night.
You got that? You're struggling a
for a
little
sound
bit.
effect there for real quick. And there she blows.
And of course, to my left is Adam PC.
Hello! Oh,
There it
Couldn't
is.
even
To
get
my
that.
right is the internationally known Steven Gutierrez.
Damn, son,
Oh,
where'd you
good.
find this?
Okay.
everyone
And
you
then
know.
right across from me for the third time, I think, on the show. I don't know.
Yeah.
The real David Webb.
Depressing.
And everybody has apparently found the damn soundboard.
He does keep moving it further away
Yes,
from me.
I do
have
keep
to
moving
keep
it.
stretching.
I keep moving it.
I
Well,
can't reach it, therefore I will not attempt.
That's terrible.
The rest of you can fight it.
Well, not with that attitude. You can't.
Well, I mean, I see Steven.
I just
is
need it for
very
the
hungry
intros
For,
and for the exits. All right, that's it. I have one job.
I got a cracked a rib reaching across the
right?
table.
I'm too young for this.
So we're on episode 16 right now.
Could you stop rubbing your breast?
It
What are you
hurts.
doing, man?
Cracked a rib.
And normally we have 3-man, but now we're on 4-man, of course. So just prepare for a lot of over talking.
I don't know what you're
And then
talking about.
nobody says anything.
I don't know what you're talking
And then
about.
nobody says anything.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have
but
no
we
idea what you're talking
got
about.
a lot of tangents we're going on. We just went on one giant
Give me my
tangent
beer
for
back.
about an hour. And we'll post that up later. If so, don't worry about that.
That's
a
called the
random
pre-show
bonus, I
game
guess.
show. That's what that was.
Is that the pre-show? Is that,
That was,
the warm-up?
that was a
Pre-show
45-minute
game
mic
show.
check.
That was warm-up. I'd like to thank our not sponsors.
No.
Oblivion Comics and Coffee, everybody. Don't forget, last Saturday of the month, we are going to be doing League of Extraordinary Guessers. We have it's kind of a mixed bag this time. It's not a themed one.
Mixed bag?
Yeah, it's a
we're
mixed
doing?
bag
All
one. So
right.
there's going to be a lot of different ones. I already come up with all the categories. I'm just kind of filling in all the questions and blah, blah, blah. But it will be the last Saturday of the month of May, which everybody knows it is a...
Is one of the
May 27th.
categories robots that kill?
No.
Mm,
Sorry.
Damn it.
It's not.
Damn it. I don't
You
know
should
if
get a
I'll make this
buzzer.
one.
Wrong.
Eventually, I will get a buzzer on this soundboard, but right now we just got the basic stuff. Sorry, guys, but
It's too much power
Just
right
the
there.
basic magic.
yes.
No one man should
It's not
have
happening.
all that power.
I don't do it on your cue.
Why
all right?
not?
Because
Steven,
I don't.
hit the button. Hit the button, Steven.
So anyway, first tangent of the day. Actually, you know what? Before we go into that one, sorry,
Wait, Third tangent.
We have tangents
a
planned?
tangent
That's
inside
not
of
how
a
it
tangent.
works.
Yeah.
That's not how tangents work.
Well,
Do you
that's
know
why
how
I'm
the
go-
show goes?
I'm literally going on a tangent right now. Am I not?
You keep
You're
saying.
welcome. I kept us
But was it
online.
planned?
You
Thank
said
you.
tangent. I made sure we had one. Hit the button.
Hit the magic button. Hit the magic button. Do it. Magic. Magic. There it is.
Oh, that got.
Got
I
a
like
little
that crescendo.
Nice
There you
fading.
go.
terrible.
All right, this is too much. Keep going with this.
No,
story.
I was just gonna say because I'm looking at all the notes and everything like that, and it's actually a very exciting time for video games. Everybody, we did a Borderlands episode last time, which I'm hyped about. Borderlands 3.
Oh man, yeah.
Ubisoft are
Oh, yeah,
they
Ubi.
just dropped their Ghost Recon trailer, gameplay, and all that type of stuff, and I feel like I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not a video game historian, but it feels like this is the first time that the first game added DLC that sets you up for the second game coming.
Yeah, I gotcha.
That I can think
That's
of too.
true.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
can't think of any of
anything.
them.
So Ghost Recon Breaking Point was announced like 3 days ago or something like that. I'm not sure about that.
I thought it was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
It might have been yesterday.
As of today, we are, it's Friday today, so Thursday. But Ghost Recon Breaking Point announced and showed a trailer and gameplay. We'll talk about some of the extras that are going to be in there, or the new updates or whatever. But I wanted to touch on John Barenthal being in as the main antagonist of Breaking Point. But
Get some puncher up in there.
last week, we got a teaser saying that there's going to be DLC for Wildlands, which is already out,
Yeah.
where you're going to play a mission with John Barenthal.
He's a protagonist.
And he's
Yeah.
a protagonist in this. So it's like, that's the
it
dopest
even-
thing.
the DLC came out with a full trailer and everything.
Right.
Him saying, "I'm a ghost too," and then he like goes and joins you.
Yeah, I was like,
joins your team, so you
as-
get hyped.
so dope.
Very good move. Very good move.
Like it was no brainer. It's free, so that's a plus right there. And then, like I said, it's setting you up and getting you hyped for what's coming in the future of this one.
Yeah.
Which is great. I mean, because all the Ghost Recon lore is supposed to be somewhat connected, because they do like little subtle hints where you'll go on a mission with a guy, and then he's like, "Oh, I got to go do this mission in some other location, Mexico or whatever." And then from the previous game, you've played that mission.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah.
like, I mean, this is right in that realm of you're in Wildlands, you're doing this setup, and then straight into the next one.
You didn't get to play Wildlands, did you?
Nope.
So Wildlands takes Ghost Recon and moves it from
Wait, do you know what Ghost Recon is?
I've heard of it once. I think it was a video game, right?
yeah, right, yes.
Oh, okay,
They
yes,
had
yes.
guns
Wrong
and
TV
stuff like
show. TV
Said
show.
wrong with this.
It was a board game.
Oh God.
So-
actually,
They take it from
wait a second.
they take it from level to level, you know, like, oh, you beat this level, then you go to the next
Right,
one,
right.
cutscene, to an open world, and you can attack missions from any direction, any type of way.
The pinnacle of that was when we did the mission where you guys had done it before. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm behind on the missions. You guys fought your way up the hill
Yeah,
to like the enemy's base.
Yeah.
We did it with me. We flew in on the helicopter at night.
Exactly,
Flew
yeah.
right to the tent
Right
where
to
the guy
tent where
was.
I hopped off.
I
I went and
backed up from the
interrogated. Yeah.
Went back, picked him up, and we flew off.
Flew away. Mission done.
Wait, was that
Didn't
at,
shoot one person.
the dude's
DJ Perico?
Yeah.
But
Federico?
It was
no
a cool
lie.
thing.
But no
Yeah.
lie, it's dope because like we just said we did it that way, but when me and Steven were doing it,
Oh, God.
we had to fight up a whole freaking castle of enemies and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's like you can attack missions like 360 degrees around a drop zone of any
Right.
location.
Yeah, you can do the mission fully stealth or just guns blazing.
Yeah.
Or a
And-
combination.
Or yeah.
I'm a Splinter Cell man myself. So.
They actually Sam Fisher is in a DLC of
Really?
this game.
As a mission.
And it's a mission, and you have to do the entire thing stealth.
That would be dope.
You cannot.
Oh, yeah, because we attempted and
Yeah,
we
you have to do the
failed
whole thing
very
stealth.
fast.
Yes,
I'd be all about that.
and it's so sick because it's just like, to me, it's one of the most underrated games of like 2018. Like,
Yeah, I didn't hear very much to be honest.
17. It's
Yeah,
a
it was
2-year-old game.
17.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, then I
shoot.
definitely didn't hear anything about it.
like I felt like it should have gotten more praise than it did.
100%.
There were some little bugs in the beginning and everything like that.
I
Like,
mean, what game doesn't?
the driving mechanics were terrible in the
The
beginning.
flying
true.
mechanics.
The flying
were
Flying
terrible.
mechanics were
terrible.
awful.
But they came out with updates and they fixed them like perfectly. And I don't know. I felt like it needed to get more shine, and it didn't. But apparently, it was getting enough shine to warrant this sequel.
Right.
Because Ghost Recon Breaking Point looks like they're taking all the good stuff that they had from Wildlands, but then upgrading it.
Which is what any game should do.
So remember we
We
talked
talked
about it
about
on the last
this.
Yeah,
episode.
with Borderlands.
First thing I
Everyone's
noticed-
finally kicking in like, how about we just take the good stuff and then add more good stuff?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the first thing I noticed when they showed the trailer, they literally just took the graphics and just upgraded
That's-
them.
and we
Yeah.
just talked about that
Like-
with
Yeah, it did.
Borderlands. Like that's what you need to do. Is there's something that grabbed the audience, be it the graphics, be it the gameplay, whatever it was. You need to take that and go to the next one with it, improve it, obviously X amount of years later, and add what was requested.
Yeah.
And that's what these companies are finally fucking doing.
And
They did it big time
that's
on this
exactly
one.
what they
Jesus
did.
Christ.
So, like in Wildlands, you would always run into a situation where, well, not always, but a lot of the times you would come into a mission where you'd have to get inside of a base, and of course, like any smart, tactician, you put a fence around the damn base to keep enemies out. You couldn't do anything, but like you couldn't jump the gate or anything like that.
Kinda
You would have to
walk
find.
around
you have
the
to
It was
walk
an
around.
impervious
thing.
gate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, not always. Sometimes you could run a car through some of the gates and stuff
But if
like
it was
that.
like
So
one of the
it's stealth.
big,
But yeah, if it was a big
bases
gate,
or something,
couldn't do it.
You couldn't break through.
Well, they've answered the question in this one. Now you can actually just cut
Blow
your way
torch
through.
your way
Blow
through
torch.
it.
Yeah.
Wait, it's just a fucking gate. Hold on.
So I was like, that's a huge
So I've
update.
got some plastic scissors. We should be good.
A lot of the terrain now that they showed is more impactful for your character. So like, you play a ghost, of course, which are these elite soldiers that are
When
like
you die, you become a ghost, right?
the best of the best
Yeah.
of the best of the best.
What is dead may never die.
But you have ghosts that are actually after you too. So they have the same type of technology, tactics,
Oh, got
and skills as you.
It's
right?
the first time they said it when they were presenting it. this is the first time you're being hunted
Yeah.
instead of being a hunter.
Being the hunter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it adds a different spin on it, man.
It
I
feels
want-
more threatening.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want random like encounters where I'm in the freaking jungle or whatever, and then all of a sudden it's like I just start getting blasted
wants
at
to fight.
a fucking ghost soldier just coming at me,
I think it would
Yeah.
be
So
dope.
like Red Dead with the not the O'Doyles,
like the damn
O'Driscolls.
Predator mission from
the
Wildlands.
O'Driscolls.
the O'Driscolls.
Yeah.
O'Doyle rules.
Doyle rules.
So there was one thing that was kind of cool is you can lay down in the mud and straight up
Become the mud.
Yeah, you pretty much
You
just
should. I mean,
predator
you
yourself.
gotta be ready at any
Although-
moment.
Putting mud over yourself.
Although I saw that in the clip. He's not really that hidden. He's wearing a red T-shirt.
Well, yeah. I mean,
He's holding a fucking big ass gun.
He's holding a
sitting
big
there.
gun. It says go into stealth, and your character turns over on the side, scoops up some mud, rubs it on your
Yeah.
face, and then
Holds
just
some
lays
twigs,
super
becomes
still.
a tree.
And he's as stealth as Drax is.
He's
Pseudo
kind
Wudo.
of he kind of
How long
Zoolanders
you been
it with
there?
the.
2 hours.
It's a bitch. I'm Groot.
But I think it's really dope. That's another little extra, thing. So in this one, or in Ghost Recon Wildlands, you create your character. You make then you kind of do the facial features.
Customize
The way he looks, the outfit he wears, the weapons you
the
have.
backpack. you
Fallout
have-
customizations. or-
No,
Not
not
as
that
in depth, but
Yeah.
All right.
there
First
is
off,
a- hey.
everybody get a room and go fuck yourselves. All right.
But it's pretty cool. The thing that I didn't kind of like is they said that you're going to be choosing classes as
Yeah.
opposed to in Recon or Wildlands. I mean,
You do whatever you
You
want.
do whatever you want. You equip how you want to play the game. If
It's-
you want to snipe all the time,
Is it
Oh.
going to be a kind of like Skyrim thing, like the more things you use, you become, or like you have to pick?
well,
you
see, that
pre-choose?
was Wildlands. Was like if you wanted to use a sniper and a machine gun, whatever, do whatever you want.
yeah.
In this one, though, if they
You pick it and
if
you
they
stick
pick
with it.
classes, then you might be stuck with that. I hope they don't go that route.
Yeah, it was
And-
all
I'll
alpha
delete it.
gameplay, so we don't know just 100%.
Things can
They
change.
got time.
And the classes affect like if you're like more of like a tanky player,
Yeah, like what you can do, yeah.
then it affects how you play the game.
Yeah,
like how
exactly.
you can move and stuff like that.
And you could always change. They said there was little bases or whatever that you can go and change your class, while you're out in the wild and
Oh,
stuff like
okay,
that.
cool.
So that's fine. I just like the freeform gameplay of I can always, use my assault rifle and my sniper rifle, or if I want to switch to an assault rifle and a submachine gun.
You haven't played Days Gone yet, right?
Not yet.
I don't know
No.
if you plan on playing it.
No, you can go and spoil it. If you want.
I've been watching her play it, and she, what I like about it is she told me about the 3 classes or whatever that you can pick, the ranged, melee, or like survivalist. Right off the bat, I'm like, I'm ranged.
Uh-huh.
Like I would totally be sniping like in Dawn of the Dead on the top of the mall, picking out Burton Reynolds.
Yeah.
That's what I would be doing. And she's like, oh no, I picked survivalist. I'm like, why? Like, well, because I'm gonna level, I'm gonna get all the things I need, collect everything I need to collect, and then midway through the game, I'll pick melee because I'm probably gonna get a bunch of stuff coming at me, and then later in the game when I get better weapons, I'll pick. And I was like, oh shit, you can change during the game to fit whatever you're gonna need during the time. And she's like, yeah, like I can re-roll whatever I want whenever. I'm like, holy shit, that's genius. Like I would have just thought I'm gonna play this entire game
As a
safe
stealth.
from a
Yeah.
tree, do whatever I want, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh no, you can pick whatever you want during whatever time that best suits you. And I'm like, if they do that, dope. Then it makes sense. It's best for whatever. It's best for you for whatever mission. Best for you whatever time.
It sounds like they might be saying that you can change on the fly.
Because
out in the
if
open,
I'm just gonna pick whatever to last the entire game, then
That'd
that's
be a
kind of
step
one-sided.
backwards,
It
I
would
think.
it would be like an older like
Yeah, it's definitely more traditional, I guess.
traditional.
Yeah,
That's right,
there you go.
Old school.
But
Contemporary.
I really love the fact, you're a ranged type of person, right? When you play games, so you would definitely be the sniper. But it goes so far to where we had challenges to see who can snipe the furthest. Like you can be
Most
on the
accurate
side
from distance. Right?
Yeah, you can be, and then you have to adjust for
I think I had
dropping on it.
603 feet.
Like it's crazy too. You got to Wildlands is definitely a one to play.
Does it take gravity into effect, or is it?
Yeah, there's bullet drops.
There's
I
drop.
enjoy
There's
the
bullet
games that
drop.
do that.
Yeah, it definitely bullet
you
drop.
have to account for wind. You have to account for environment. You have to account
notches.
for
Scoliosis effect.
yeah.
There was
The
one
butterfly
part.
effect.
I think I was playing by myself one time, but it was so sick. I was on the side of a mountain, and the clouds, there's like dynamic lighting. So when the cloud was going over, it was dark, and I was trying to snipe something. And I could have sniped him then, but then all of a sudden, a break in the cloud happened, and it lit up the enemies, and I was like, you're all dead. Like, this is the easiest thing ever now. And I was just picking them off, and then the cloud just goes right back over, and I was like, it's the most dangerous cloud that ever just happened. I was like, this is so sick.
That one guy comes out of the bathroom like, what the fuck just happened?
But like moments like that, and then moments like dropping in and just knocking out a mission quick was like it just priceless in this game.
This is more of an online. This is more of a.
You could play it by yourself. So you could
by yourself.
You can play it by yourself, where you'll have 3 NPC characters with you, and like you control how they attack and stuff like that.
The
like
formations
sync up your shots.
You can sync up snipe shots. Yeah, so like you can target 5 or 4 people and then have them all shoot at the exact same time to drop everybody. Like it's I don't know. It's a
give it a look. See,
dope game. Other things that they upgraded besides the graphics, and they kind of played more with the damage system. So like in Wildlands, when you get shot, you just kind of go down, and then you're left to either wait for your NPC or your actual people to come and pick
and all you can
up.
do is just like scream for help.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. Yeah.
Help.
And then so on this one, your teammate can pick you up and actually move your body into cover.
Throw you over the shoulder and just run.
Yeah, because that chick, she just got up there.
Can you still fire while doing that?
No, he was just down.
Yeah, you're still down.
The person that picks you up, are they?
Oh,
are you both fucked?
We don't know, because she kind of just picked
shot,
and booked to cover. Okay. That's it. That's all it was.
Because if you had like one arm open, that'd be kind of dope.
Yeah, but like for the pistol or something.
Then your teammate can get you up,
for
with
the
the
rocket launcher, Steven.
So rocket launchers are now in the game because they weren't in the game previously.
Need to treat them a little high.
But once you revive your teammate, it's not like they're just healthy then. They still have,
they're just up and stable.
Yeah, they're stable. Yeah, so they have to still heal themselves with like bandages.
They have summoning sickness.
Oh yeah, because I didn't even think about bandages and all that shit's brand new.
So we're getting closer to where you get shot and a helicopter just takes you back to base and you spend the next hour in the hospital.
I would never play that game.
We're getting so realistic on these
3
games.
hours later, you're still doing paperwork.
It's like, don't we have instant medipacks? No. You have weeks of trauma ahead of you.
I said, but for $9.99, you can heal yourself right now.
Is EA making this game?
Exactly.
Fast forward, missed the whole war.
It was a cool thing where the girl goes up and she throws like the smoke bomb on the ground to give herself cover. That's a new thing that's on there. Was there smoke at all in Wildlands?
I don't think there were smoke grenades.
No, there were the
little
tactical decoy ones that it popped a small like red smoke, but it was just like to get the attention.
Yeah. Other new things that were in there. They showed
the stamina bar.
Yeah, you stamina now. Yeah,
because before it was just like you could run for years.
Yeah,
but in this one they really want you to fear being tired.
We're getting real closer to that whole.
No,
man.
I think we had stamina in Wildlands. It just there was nothing to measure it. You could sprint, and then eventually you would stop sprinting, and you could hear
okay, so you couldn't tell.
Well, this one it looks like you're about to die from not being able to breathe.
This one actually has like a chart that goes down
from white to red. Too.
Yeah, and then you have to like stop, and then like it will slowly
like panting and fucking.
Okay, so they're trying to make it as realistic without making it as unenjoyable as possible.
Exactly.
I'm glad they brought back first person or third person, because he went into first person when he was aiming his assault rifle at the oncoming enemies that were coming over the hill.
I enjoyed that.
To be able to
third person while you're like moving around, so you can see around you, and then first person when you're firing.
Yeah, you could do it.
That's the most realistic. When you're moving around, you want to see everything, and then when
it's not really realistic because you don't see behind yourself.
Agreed.
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
Exactly.
Okay, but I'm also
not astral form.
In no way am I running like this the entire time. Like I'm not running across the whole field with my.
You might be. It depends on the situation.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, as long as I'm not in the hospital for 6 weeks, that's all that matters.
So they've taken it out of a real life. Where was it?
Bolivia
before, because it was like you were in Bolivia the first time.
I think it's because they might have caught some flack.
They caught some major flack.
Bolivia was pissed.
Yeah, they caught some flack because
they made it look like shit or something.
Well, no, they just painted Bolivia as this drug country like,
full of.
You went in there to fight the cartel.
You can't pick a real place to do something.
Yeah. So this one they have a fictional island that you're on, and you're fighting Steve Jobs' ghost or something like that. Like,
I mean,
reasonable. Again,
it's not far.
They're close to as realistic as possible.
To spy on other ghosts.
Oh my god! I told you, when you die,
that's why it's called Ghost Recon.
You become Steve Jobs.
What else did they have that was kind of new in there? Like, was that pretty much? I mean, they had like little new drones.
It got brutal because them damn stealth kills was like
the stealth kills.
That chick was like ripping their fucking throats open,
crawling behind somebody, hitting them at the kneecap so they drop, and
Yeah.
then getting on top of them and just slitting the throat.
Yeah, because the stealth kill
Not
is
even
if you're
slitting.
crawling.
Like slit, when you think of slit and throw, is like a cross. She
Oh,
like
yeah,
pulled
sorry.
it straight backwards.
She dug it in,
Yeah.
ripped it out.
And
Like,
I was
Yeah.
like, good lord.
Because that's how you're supposed to really do it. Man. You're not supposed to go like,
cut many throats.
Finger on throat means death.
just from the movies I've seen.
Yeah, sure, are the things you've done. So
Help me.
Oh god.
so overall, the game looks good.
I never saw Wildlands or anything. So
And that's why I feel like it was the
It's
most underrated game.
such a
It
good
came in,
game.
yeah, it came in under the radar, and
But you all played it
Yeah, 'cause that's where we live, under the radar.
under the radar. But we're on this stuff.
No, we got in on the beta, and
Oh, okay.
and the game was good from the beta.
I mean, again, you
Yeah,
guys
because
are-
I think we saw it and we are like, oh, that looks good. And then we played the beta and we're like, this game's
really
a day
good,
one.
yeah.
you guys are selling it on me, but I'd much rather play Borderlands.
Why not both?
I know, why not everything?
Why not both?
Poke dos.
Well, because getting us all online to play Borderlands 2 is already a mission in itself.
You have no idea.
Yeah, no.
You have
Sir.
no idea.
No,
Sir.
I know, quite. That's why I've only played 9 I checked all my time. I've played Borderlands 1. I've played for like 100 hours or something like that.
Yeah, because we got on that pretty tough.
Right.
Yeah,
Borderlands
yeah,
2, I've put in 1 hour and 53 minutes.
No.
You know the
Sir.
game.
Said,
know the game.
You're there.
Gentleman with the cat ears.
Hi.
You have no idea.
Yeah, we've been trying to
We
get.
established that.
We've been trying to get a game for just the first one between us three and Rachel, a friend of ours, and
Rochelle.
yes, Rochelle,
Or
excuse me.
or
Yes.
Slagathor, as she's so lovingly.
Sagathor?
Slagathor.
That's terrible. The first
Well-
part of that is slag.
Well, it's the worst type
Don't
of.
say it too slow.
Yeah, I mean,
Say-
But
fast.
a Thor at the end.
She's a.
see, so it comes in strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it comes a little mighty.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it comes in terrible at first.
But you got the
but it makes
strong.
them
But
at the end.
worthy?
I'm gonna message her. I'm upset. I
Okay.
feel bad.
She knows. We've
Oh,
said
she'll
it to
know.
her face.
I would hope so.
Yeah, that's her name in our chat.
Terrible friends if you guys don't tell her.
She knows. She'll listen to the episode.
It'll be out October 4th. Getting it on PC, PlayStation, Xbox.
Perfect.
you-
Borderlands
Everything.
September.
Can you believe that we're coming
October?
up on September, October time of year already?
We still got 3 more months, right?
But this has
I
been
would
the
think-
fastest goddamn year of my life.
Oh well, slow down. You all right?
Right. I don't know if someone farted or if the whole building just shook.
The first sound like this.
I can't breathe very easily.
Well, I mean,
Don't
get into it.
don't make me laugh out of nowhere. That's not healthy.
Final Fantasy 7 remake. They showed some stuff too. I wasn't that thrilled.
Oh man, no, this is.
I'm not a Final Fantasy player, so
I know.
I was like,
This is my jam.
Is it still gonna be on 3 discs?
It's episodic.
So 6 discs.
That's one thing I don't like about it is that they're doing that whole like it's gonna come out.
Wait,
you're gonna get
You're
like
gonna pay
2
for
hours,
it, and then they're gonna.
But are you paying for a full, like Telltale did their thing where you can buy the full?
volume.
We don't know.
Yeah.
as
So
far as I'm
here's the
concerned.
thing. So this trailer that they showed is literally the intro of the game. It's the first
When you hop off
big
the train
mission
and
from the train
Yeah.
to the boss. They show it all in this little.
I mean,
teaser
Eris is
trailer.
still alive, right? So.
Whoa.
Ooh, spoilers.
Man.
Oh, too soon? 20-something
Yeah.
years later?
Haven't played the game yet.
Caught it in the
Spoilers.
back.
I was just
God
going to
damn,
play it
man.
tonight.
Jesus, I don't even want to
You
talk
could
about
probably
this thing.
change that in this. You don't know that.
You don't,
She
you
can
don't know.
live.
Yeah.
You don't
She can
know
live.
her.
End game now? We're going back in time?
Oh,
Yes. Dave, what are we?
What do we?
wait,
Wait,
spoil
spoil
it.
everything?
Yeah,
I haven't even seen the movie yet.
What are you doing?
Terrible, man.
Quantum Realm?
It's been out for like...
No, the Russo said it's fine, and
Yeah.
Marvel actually said it was
Oh,
fine.
because they already made like almost $2 billion.
Yeah, no,
I was already told, online told me it's safe now.
Yeah, you know,
And
Marvel's
again,
actually
I
gone
haven't
out
seen
and
the
said it's
fucking
fine.
movie, so...
How have you not seen the movie yet?
Because
We're
I
off topic.
haven't seen Wonder Woman with...
Yeah, he hasn't seen Wonder Woman.
I'm sorry.
He needs to see Wonder Woman
I
first.
haven't seen Captain Marvel yet, so
I think I've seen it 3 times.
I haven't seen the movies. I have not seen Marvel, DC. I haven't seen Aquaman yet. I haven't seen Captain Marvel yet, and I haven't seen. So I like to catch up before I just watch.
Well, you don't need to see Aquaman before you
I know,
see this.
but
okay.
what I'm saying is I'm behind on my comic movies.
I
so-
gotcha. I just saw Aquaman.
For the first time or
Yeah,
again?
for the first time.
Okay, I was gonna,
on
I just
Monday.
watched it again. Get your shit together.
Yeah.
Well,
Final Fantasy 7.
yeah, go back to that
I
one.
mean,
Tabs at number 3.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
guys just ruin everything.
I'm just
I don't even
saying.
want to.
Who the fuck is Final Fantasy?
Well, here's a problem with it. This is the only thing why I have an issue with it, because if it's not one pay and then I get the full volume type of thing, like each one that comes out, that means they're going to charge me for each episode.
They're gonna charge you for each
And
one.
Have
I
they said?
already know.
Have they said how many episodes
They
they're
have
broken down
not,
into?
but
I have
my
no
guess
idea.
they'll probably charge you a
17.
full fucking
They're
game.
gonna put 7 episodes out because it's Final Fantasy 7.
Which I don't get, because you can buy Final Fantasy 7 right now on the PC on Steam for like 30, 20, 30, 40 bucks.
Yeah,
But
but
it's
it's
not
the
the
same.
remake.
Yeah.
It's not the same. It's not the remake. I get it, but the remake's just going to be updated graphics. That's all.
No,
it is,
I
right?
thought they were doing full gameplay
No, because
makeover.
they're the full game. Have you not seen this trailer?
Yeah, because it's not a turn-based thing anymore.
No,
right?
it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
15.
But it's the
15 where
it's
they had
exact
the
same
action.
story. Everything else is the exact same except for the.
They're changing some stuff.
Theoretically.
Some stuff is changed. I think they're trying to fix some of the translation.
And Barrett sounds very, very like a Southern preacher for some reason.
The Southern Negro.
Yes, he definitely sounds like that.
Web
It was
looks
like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my
Can you
god.
say that? Hey,
Terrible, terrible. That was not the one I was looking
Wait,
for.
because as
White
far-
guilt kicked in so hard.
He said what?
I had to
Well,
look.
Adam was part of the Black Student Union. It's okay.
Okay,
He's
you
fine.
say,
Not
you, say,
excuse
you say a part of, but
That's okay. I voted for Obama twice.
I was the historian of the Black student. Real quick.
No,
What was their name? Rachel Drezel, whatever.
Rachel Dozel or whatever. The one that feels like she's.
Adam was her teacher. He
That's
taught her.
terrible. Everybody. If you think you're black, you are black.
While we're on tangent number 17, real quick, there was an Italian student union, an Irish student union, a honky student union. There was like 37 white student unions. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna join the Black student union. I went to the very first meeting and I was like, this is dope. This is fun. And I spent the next 4 years because
Culture is fun.
dope.
Yes.
well, it was fun.
It started off as a racist joke, Aaron.
All it was like there was a bunch of white kids in that meeting. Like, oh, I'm here as a joke. This is fun. And the moderator comes around and says, "Oh, you're gonna do this right now? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I want to do this." And you never saw them again. And when they came around to me, I was like, "Yeah, no, I feel like I can actually.
So I feel like I'm black.
I feel like I can add to this group. I feel like I can be involved. I feel like I can be a part of it." And they're like, "All right, cool." So I made contacts with other schools in other states to like we can go meet them and all that kind of stuff. I got very involved in the group. So
First of all, where's this tangent coming from?
I don't know.
I don't
But
care about this tangent.
I said tangent
He has
17.
to. He
you
has
brought
to.
it
To
up.
justify saying
Justify
Negro?
himself.
I don't care about
You
him
brought
saying
it up.
Negro.
I don't know. I had to.
Jeez. So anyway,
I'm on beer
everybody.
number 3.
How many
Tangents of
episodes?
episode?
Yeah. How many
74.
episodes was did the original Final
There were no
Fantasy VII?
episodes. It was
There was-
episodic.
It just came out.
3 discs
It was 3
for
discs?
the PlayStation 1.
Okay.
and it wasn't
And for some
because
reason, they jam-packed it full of fucking content.
it was
More
full of
content than they
yeah.
have in
It's
these
on the-
Blu-ray discs.
It's on the Switch now, right?
I don't know
I
if they
don't
have a
know.
remake on
Because
the Switch.
they brought out
No, the
10,
original, I
10
think, is
2,
on the
and
Switch.
12. But I believe the original is on Switch now. If not, I know it's on
Okay.
PC.
They might be putting
But
that like HD
They made
one.
it. They made it to where you can play the game and speed it up. So like you can run through the game and all the time that you're walking, you could just power through that real quick. So you can play the actual original game now. Because I know for the longest time I couldn't find Final Fantasy VII anywhere. If you wanted to buy it, it was it was like ridiculously expensive to buy it.
And it took forever to put on that damn PC
Right.
when it
And,
came
and
out.
then it came out on Steam, and it was like, dope, let me play this game real quick. And it was like, you could just fucking power through it, all the nonchalant waste of time scenes. So I feel like if you really want to play the game, you can go play that.
Yeah, it's on the Switch.
If I want to
it's
play
on everything, literally. It
Right,
says-
right.
Yeah, it's on everything.
But everyone and their mother has been asking for this remake every time a new Final Fantasy gets brought out on Switch or whatever, they're like, where the fuck is my Final
Well,
Fantasy
because
7? Where's my Final Fantasy
What have we
7?
been talking about with the other games? People want just upgraded from what they already had, right?
Right. So what I guess what they're doing is maybe that.
It's
Yeah.
it's
but
definitely
they're going to
a
charge you what,
reimagined.
$60 for each episode or
Well,
some
we
shit
don't
like
we
that?
don't know that for sure. 'Cause
We
they-
don't.
they-
Okay, how much
but-
would you pay?
But it's Square Enix.
Huh?
How much are you going to pay for the episode 1?
I'm probably the wrong person to ask that question.
No, no,
But
no,
I'm
okay,
probably
how
just
much
gonna
would you
buy
think?
it.
How much do you think it would?
I just
be?
bought Final
Honestly-
Fantasy 12 for Switch. It was $50.
Good lord.
For
$50 for 12?
$50 for the entire game, even though it's already been brought out on PC. It was released on PS2, and then you could buy the HD on PS4. So PS2, PS4, PC, and now Switch, still $50.
on all the consoles, $50 flat rate. For
$50, $49.
just having it on that one console.
Just having it on that one. I've
And
bought
then
the
they're going to
game.
charge you about $60.
They're going to charge
for
you either
each
$50 for each
episode.
episode or $60 for each episode.
But those aren't episodic, the ones that you bought.
It was for the entire game.
Yeah, entire for the game.
But this game has been much more requested,
60
much more liked.
It's
and
been a
out-
remake.
$60 for episode 1.
If
and
episode
then 30 and 30 and 30.
if episode 1 is as long as an actual game, then I will understand that. But if it's not and it's a short thing, just like Telltale's games, then I wouldn't accept $60 price.
No,
tag.
no, I wouldn't want to accept it either, but I'd probably still pay it because I'm an idiot. And I'm a fan.
Crazy.
But see, the thing is, I so far they haven't showed any of the like open world running around, exploring, and then running into random battles. They haven't showed any of that. They just showed basically that first little mission where you're kind of in a set city and all that stuff.
Yeah, they're just getting you hyped for.
So if there's no open world wandering around, I don't want to pay $60. I probably won't pay $60 for that because half of that game was trying to traverse the land to find out where you go next and leveling up and grinding and stuff like that.
Well,
So-
most Final Fantasy games are about that.
So if this game comes out and that's all in there, you can literally probably just grind until the next episode comes out and you're
You're broken.
level 60 or whatever.
I don't know
playing
how, I
content
really,
that should be.
I'm really
smaller.
worried about this because there's enough people that are fans of Final Fantasy VII
That gonna buy it.
that are going to
They're
buy
gonna-
it.
That's-
And if you buy it, they're going to
Gonna
keep
do it.
doing it.
That's
And
my problem
that's
is because
it's a big issue.
again, with I almost bought Final Fantasy X-2, the HD remake,
Mm-hmm.
on my Switch, but I had just beaten it on my PS4 for like the 9th time the week before it came out. So the only reason I didn't buy it again is because I just played it. So I'm like, I'm not going to waste my money on there. So again, this is me who likes to spend money on these games that I've played 1,000 times on the different consoles. I follow these people, these Facebook groups of all the different Final Fantasies, and these people will spend whatever money on whatever.
Because they just want to
And the
play
companies know that. They know they're, for the most part, they're going to get X amount of new people. Hey, I've never played Final Fantasy before, but I'll buy it on the Switch or whatever because it sounds fun. But they're going to get that repeat business again and again. And it's, I don't know. I really never played Final Fantasy 7. I played Final Fantasy 8 and above, and Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3. But it's, I guarantee if they do 60, 60, 60 or like 60, 30, 30, whatever like that, they're going to make so much money doing
That's
it.
terrible.
And they know that I'm not going to charge you $60 and then give you the next episodes for free.
I hope they do. Like, this is the one time I hope that they do like a season pass for $60. And then it's the whole thing.
That's fine. Yeah.
'Cause
No, that's
we can-
exactly
we
what
can
they
hope
need.
that.
That's
So
fair.
120 total, 60 for episode 1 and another 60 for the season pass.
No, I'm
No,
saying
no, no.
$60
gets
for
you everything.
all
Gets
the
you
episodes.
everything.
Yeah, 60
I
gets
got
you
you.
Because
I
then
got
they do that with the Telltale games, right? Didn't they have like a
Yeah,
whole...
you had a full, and
Like,
each time
you
a new one come
basically
out,
just
you
buy the whole
Yeah,
thing.
that's true. Yeah, that's right.
Did you play
That's right.
StarCraft?
No.
StarCraft 1 comes out, PC, N64, and all that kind of stuff, whatever, $40, $50. StarCraft 2 comes out, they bring out the Terran.
They broke it out into
yeah, broke into three
60
different ones.
bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They bring out the Protoss, like another $40, $50. They bring out the Zerg, another $40, $50. I spent the money. We all spent the money. We had to do it.
Was
we
it-
didn't
no,
all spend
no.
money.
The
But you
people,
put that on me,
He's talking
Ricky
about the
Bobby.
fandom. I get you.
because if you're like, man, I need to have more. They have more. I want more. I'm going to spend that money to do it. The companies are going to do it.
Was the storyline, though, more every time?
Yeah.
Or
No,
was it just like,
They
oh,
brought
you
out-
unlock these
They
guys?
brought out a whole nother thing with it. So yes,
It was, but it was like a full fledged game though, right? Each one.
they could have honestly just
They
charged,
could have.
They could have
yeah.
charged you $60 and then just.
But like for the
called it a
time,
day, but
the gameplay, the length of gameplay that was in it was like an old. It was an actual.
but
game,
if you think about StarCraft 1,
Yeah.
you paid $50, $60 for the same amount of gameplay you just paid $180 for on the second one.
well,
Mm.
The difference
times.
was the graphics and the ability to do whatever because of the technology. But again, I won't buy Final Fantasy 7 because
You're not enthralled like that, bro. You just bought it already as well.
because I have it on the PC now. So if I'd rather go back and play it, like I'm all about new graphics and I'm all about the new abilities to whatever with the new technology. I'm all about that stuff. But if I'm just playing it now on my PC, Again, just like Final Fantasy 10 and 12, 10-2, which are my favorite Final Fantasy games.
Even though it's a different
But
gameplay style.
Yeah, the gameplay is
Not if they're going to charge me $100 and whatever dollars. For
but
this,
it's completely different. It's almost a different game in its own.
but not if it's $100+ bucks.
Well, that's still only time will tell. Buddy.
And I've multiple times on the show have I said that I'm going to put my money into whatever for them to, because they need my money to do whatever. But if it's a cash grab, I'm not trying to be involved in that. Because if they're trying to get $100+ bucks per person for a game that I spent $30 for on my PC, that I can go and still enjoy, because there's a reason people still enjoy that game, the original game. There's no reason for me to spend quadruple the money for something that just looks cooler.
Well, I don't know. I really hope it doesn't
And this is
come
the
out
Final
at
Fantasy.
60.
This is the Final Fantasy guy talking here.
I really hope it doesn't come out at 60 for each one.
Oh, really? If it's 60 for everything, I will do it in a heartbeat.
What if it's 40? Is
40
40
each?
too much?
What,
40 each?
how many
Yeah,
episodes
we're
are we talking? 3,
And that's
4?
We'll just go 3 discs, 3 episodes.
That's $120. That's me buying the game twice, 4 times on the computer.
That's crazy.
Web gets it.
no, I'm understanding you, but
Right. But if it's 60 for 3, that's still $180. That's ridiculous.
That's
I could buy a whole new system.
That's a tough sell. That's a tough sell. But you don't know how many episodes. We
And
don't
we-
know
we
how
don't
much
know.
they're
I
going to
could buy a
be.
PS3 for $200
Used.
Why would you buy a PS3?
because that's the price of a system that I can get for one game.
Not a current system.
No.
An outdated system, yes. But
I can
a
get-
system nonetheless.
I can get 3 N64s.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if you want to say system, like, I can get a whole bunch of just NESs. Like,
I can get 6
Do you know how many
NESs.
Game Boy Colors I have?
yeah, no.
That's a
no,
car
okay.
payment.
Can make it
Uh,
rain Game Boy Colors.
Let's get a little serious here. All right?
Oh,
Bring-
now we're
bring
getting
it
serious?
down.
Now we're going to get serious here. Because we're going to talk about Riot Games.
Ooh.
Oh.
They make a game called League of Legends, and
is-
nobody should play
Is
this.
this pointed at me? Is
This
that-
is 100% because this is all your fault,
You
basically.
racist.
Riot Games had some walkouts in their LA chapter,
Yeah, they did.
and
LA Chop, were they a biker gang?
yeah, they are. Yeah,
Basically.
Oh, they're global, baby. All
Oh,
right.
they're
I
global.
thought they were just LA and North Korea. Yeah, you didn't catch that one there for a second.
You
took a second
you
there
could be
for
right.
him.
You could be right on
He
that one.
took a second. He was like,
Aren't they?
Yeah.
They were in Chicago. I think they moved to LA.
So the LA chapter of Riot Games, I'm going to keep calling them chapter.
Lambda, lambda, lambda.
They had how many people?
150.
150.
More than 150.
156.
Because you have the article
Yeah.
or whatever. How many people did they say? How many people actually worked at that little branch?
No, they didn't say.
Because if it was like
Oh,
200,
now it's a little branch. All right.
well, because like,
The chapter.
if it was
There's
200 people that
155.
It's
people
a
that
chapter,
work there.
but now it's a little branch.
if
Yeah.
it was 200 people that worked there
Yeah.
and 150 people left, it's like yeah,
Okay, that's
that's people walking around like, where's Tim?
They walk out. Jim walks out of the bathroom. Where the fuck did
Yeah,
everybody?
exactly.
Why is everybody dead? And what's up with these clouds?
But if it's
Holy
like,
hell.
I don't know, 1,500 people worked there, and then 150, that's noticeable, definitely, with a whole bunch of people in your front lawn protesting you, or
but
Right.
it was all women. To be
No,
no.
we
employees.
had 150 women.
First of all,
Good on you,
how
Ryan.
dare you?
Bad on
reason-
you for
Yeah, first of all, there's 5 women. Second of all,
I thought somebody earlier said that it was a women staged.
no,
walkout.
it was to protest forcing women into arbitration for the sexual harassment
So
lawsuits.
men can support that as well.
Men
Yes,
can too.
exactly.
Yeah, men can be feminists.
So the way that I hear it
You
is
shut your mouth.
basically they're being forced into arbitration, but they signed
In the beginning.
in the beginning, saying that this is how it's going to go down.
Yeah, so forced arbitration, so the article I have here, forced arbitration is generally a condition of employment, meaning matters must be settled in arbitration, and you relinquish your right to sue, file a class action lawsuit, or appeal. So most places, I've worked at a lot of different places, and I remember specifically the arbitration line. And
Like what places?
He said, "Call them out. That's what we're doing right
Yeah.
here. This is what we're here for."
Yeah, name a place.
I get T-Mobile dropped all the time on me, so we got a Arby's.
Oh.
Yes,
no.
Arby's.
No, Arby's.
They force people to arbitration at
Haagen-Dazs.
Arby's.
Worked at Haagen-Dazs.
You worked at Haagen-Dazs?
I worked at Haagen-Dazs.
I've never heard of anybody working. I just
First
thought
of all, I didn't
I
even
just
know
thought they were. I
Yeah,
didn't know anybody.
exactly. They just exist, right?
Yeah. Well, We can't tell you where they are.
Nobody's allowed to actually say, I got out.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't
I got
just
out.
I
magically
survived.
I
appear?
survived.
I survived.
You think David Webb's?
Oh,
You think David Webb's my actual name? Bitch,
Sure.
please.
So
This is my fifth name.
let me understand this. Was there an actual incident that led to
First
this, or
name's
did
Webby.
they just notice inside their contract, like,
I
oh,
would
this is some
hope.
BS?
I would hope there was an incident.
No. There's because Riot has been in the news for a while because women have finally started, filing lawsuits.
Yeah, because I haven't kept up with this at all.
Yeah, so women have been filing lawsuits for just the general discrimination in the poor work environment and the just harassment in general
Do you
at
have
Riot.
poor work environment? Anything in particular that's been going on, or like?
I see the article I have is in front of me is specifically about the walkout.
Because again,
not
ladies and gentlemen,
specifically
I just
about-
played the damn game, so I
Right.
don't.
So you-
There's
You're
a lot of
supporting-
sexism. It's
Well-
a lot. Just,
well,
Sexism
I
in
got
the
another
workplace,
one
Adam?
that's talking about Riot Games' executive response to sexist work culture allegations.
Because first
so-
they're being racist, and now they're being sexist.
But it feels like
Right. It's
when we say
going
they, it's like the entire company, but I'm assuming it's X amount of people that are.
I don't understand how, because like we all know League of Legends is a very
It's a
toxic,
toxic
community.
community,
Like we
yeah.
know that, but I wouldn't think that the creators or the people that work on the game are are just like in tow with them.
The
They're
toxicity bleeds
equally as
bleeds
toxic.
in.
But it's like, is that leadership reflects our what is it? Following reflects leadership, or leadership reflects?
I don't think it has
whatever?
anything to do with. I don't think like the following necessarily pays that much attention. Like, I'm sure there's a portion of it, but
Yeah.
it pays that much attention to the culture, of the actual company. I think it's just generally it's a toxic environment. I mean, Overwatch is toxic too, and I don't think that I'm sure
Anything
there's stuff
with
at Blizzard, but
Competitive.
anything with competitiveness,
Anything with males from 10 to 30 is
boom.
How dare you, sir?
Call of Duty.
I'm sorry. I can
I've
say
never
that with
played Borderlands one time.
I can say that with a
and had
straight
somebody
face.
call me
anybody
a word.
anything that involves
that was bad.
gentlemen from the age of 10 to 30, it's going to be toxic in some
is.
way.
But yeah, so according to the article,
no rebuttals. All right.
I got one for you.
If you don't delete that goddamn.
Not all men.
ooh,
That's
ooh,
There it is.
there it is.
That's how you save it.
Okay,
I'm
so
upset you know which one is which.
So the
now.
article I have in front of me says last August, Kotaku wrote an article on Riot where 5 lawsuits have been filed. Last month, Riot forced 2 of them into arbitration. And then Riot responded to the protest by saying they will no longer include forced arbitration for new employees,
So,
but existing employees' contracts, like the ones currently filing.
and of course, and that's so much BS. It's like,
That's a lot of
Well,
contracts.
we're
for
not going to do
Riot
this
to
again,
run.
everybody. But
Well,
but these guys
very-
are all fired.
yeah,
Very
you've
true.
already signed.
very true. From not to necessarily defend them, but I imagine it's pretty hard to change legal proceedings in the middle of a lawsuit.
No, I understand.
You know what I mean?
I understand now. No. I fully get that.
right.
Yeah.
That in the middle of a legal dispute,
You can't go back and just.
you can't just wipe everything away. Yeah.
No, I'm following.
Even
It
if they
sucks. It
even if
sucks
they wanted
big
to,
time.
I'm sure they can.
But there's got to be some, like, it's ultimately up to the judge, correct?
Right.
And he could just be like, I get what's going on here. And it feels like, okay, you're copping to this, basically, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, this is not going to happen from now on. We're going to take this out, right?
Right.
So we were wrong. That's what you're copping
They're
to.
not going to hold everyone else before to different standards.
I understand that. But
It's like, well, you
if
signed
I
this, so I
know-
can be sexist all I want.
I know that you're
To
doing
just
this.
you.
I know that you're doing this, to be better, quote unquote, in the future. So I know that you're wrong now in the present. So I, as a judge, can take that into account.
Correct.
Is what I'm thinking.
Right, but arbitration,
It depends
you
on
do it
what
in front of a
sexist
judge.
Yeah,
judge
it's
you get.
between the company, right? And
It's it's you and a company,
Yeah.
and then a third party. The third party, the mediator, the arbitrator, it doesn't have to be a judge, a lawyer. It could be Chad.
mailman?
It could be
Well, so-
Chad from your
okay,
fraternity.
so that's
Who
what I'm
plays
saying.
League of Legends?
who
and
plays
likes
League
the
of Legends
community.
and lights the
So
community.
that's what I'm saying. If I'm that person, if I'm the
He's on Riot side
you're
because he's
Chad?
gold.
No, I was gonna say if I'm arbiter,
if you're the arbiter,
if I'm the
Chad
You're an
arbiter,
alien.
Arbiter Chad.
then
if you're an elite,
yes, then I'm taking that into consideration. But like, you're in the wrong.
but here's the thing though. Here's the kicker though. Is like if you're an objective third party, then 100%. But the company, Riot, gets to pick who that third party is. Do you think they're going to pick somebody objective? No, they're going to pick Chad from the fraternity who plays League of Legends, loves the company, and likes,
for
John.
publicity.
It'll probably be me.
I think for publicity and
Publicitous.
or just to keep
Publicitous.
in better graces with everybody, you would want to try to pick somebody to make this right.
Because
Okay,
they're in the news a lot right now, so I
Exactly.
think
But
here's
anything
the-
they can do to make this go away would be best.
True, but that doesn't mean that A, they're going to, and
Sure.
B, the point of arbitration is you don't make it public. It's not out in the open.
Understood.
But I think afterwards they're going to go public. Like the person.
The person will probably, I'm sure, yeah.
Well, for example,
Well, isn't that violating their contract?
Unless part of the settlement is they sign a NDA not disclosing the settlement
I wonder how much the
details.
settlement. Oh, that's because settlement.
what about the whole racist thing we just went over two
You saying
episodes ago?
Negro?
No.
Thank you.
Zinger.
The whole thing
I was
with,
gonna crack my rib again to get to that button.
with the Echo Fox. With
Oh yeah, with
Oh, God.
Fox.
Rick
Yeah.
Fox. and
That's,
Echo Fox.
I mean, where are we going with that? That's probably going nowhere. So this
Well, because
isn't-
he's wiping his hands of it though. He's just walking away from
right.
everything
But
and selling.
my
his
whole
shares.
thing is, as much as I love League of Legends, that doesn't necessarily mean that I love Riot to death. But what else does Riot do?
They also fund a new game called Hightail as well.
Ooh,
which we've
damn.
which we've
Damn.
gone over,
I'm just saying.
which is out already.
No, still in development.
All right. So
Just saying.
so what do they
So
have?
Riot, get your shit together.
So what do they have? They have League of Legends, which is
We
a
need to-
free game to play.
And it's massive though. It's
No,
massive.
It's I know it's much more massive than Smite. You and I
You know
agree.
what? How about we?
You and I agree.
How about
Aaron.
we mute you
All
for
right,
a hot
hold
second?
on. We both agree that Smite is nothing. But
How
We don't
dare
agree
you.
Hang on. Before you two defend Smite, remember what we saw today?
I do.
The Smite battle.
You get-
the rap battle.
All right, they have sexual allegations.
Yeah, I was
going
going to say,
against
and
them.
racism.
Oh.
well, yeah.
What are you talking
mean,
about?
it's
I'd rather
like-
have cringy video over that.
it's like being a celebrity. I mean, you're gonna get a lot more attention than the 4 people that play Smite.
Okay, so this is Attack Smite Day. Is that what we're doing?
Google how many people play Smite.
Anyway,
Um,
so their company,
Two.
their company,
You guys are keeping it alive. all right?
knows that they're in the crosshairs of everybody.
So you know, yes.
They will do whatever to make
their
it go
fans,
away.
yeah, but their fans, I think, are more hard-headed than their enemies.
Well, their fans again are the 10 to 30 that are just like, yeah, man.
Okay,
Fuck women.
Okay, watch your mouth.
I'm just saying. That's
Terrible.
10 to 30. That's what they're doing.
Agreed, but their fans are the people who play the game for free because it's a free game.
Right.
They're more interested into the stockholders, the people who actually the Rick Fox people who are no longer the owners, more those people who are putting the money into the game and all that kind of stuff. It's those people who don't want the negative connotation that, hey, I'm a stockholder into Riot. Riot has this negative connotation to it of sexism and racism. How do we make this go away?
I wonder how many backers do they have now? Because it kind of seems like they're a self-sustaining company with everything they got going on.
But remember, there was Rick Fox, and then
Yeah.
a bunch of other NFL and NBA players that were into it, and then a bunch of other
No, but they
whatever
weren't
oil
they just
people
into
that
the
are-
tournament
That was just
scene? They're not
esports
in the
scene. That's not the actual
investing
company, yeah.
but that own teams of from Riot, and those are just people who own League of Legends teams.
Yeah, but I don't think that has anything to do
That
with
has nothing
if
to
they
do
went
with
away
the
tomorrow.
company.
I think Riot is just still
They're
make
still
money
the
off of
only-
League
they
of
have
Legends.
one game, and it's a free game.
How much have you spent on skins?
Me personally,
Yes.
I have money to blow, so that's
Okay,
not
but no,
a-
but that's you're the norm. You're not like this special snowflake
I
that
disagree.
you don't
with
think everybody is blowing skin
No, I
money?
think I
because
think
you
you
have to
probably
take into consideration there's 10 to 30. That's the
No,
age range.
that's
10
true.
to 20,
Okay.
they don't make any money. 20 to 30, a lot of
they
them go
don't
with their
make money.
parents.
Yeah, they don't make money. Their parents
Aaron,
make
what
money.
games do you play the most?
What
Free
games do I
games.
play? Yeah, but this is the thing.
How much money would you like to spend on
This
games?
is interesting. I'm not even saying anything.
I'm that
watching.
definitely the
You're the
outside
norm.
of the box.
The person
you
who
think
talk-
I'm the norm, the cheap that doesn't play anything like that.
You're the norm, the person who plays the most of free games or the games that have dropped in price. That is the norm. I'm the one who buys a game 4 times on 4 different consoles. That's not the norm.
You really are misunderstanding.
mouth.
Ooh,
How
oh,
many
damn,
times
you let him talk like that? Ooh,
You
punch
take
him.
it back. This is how you know, because you could just take it back to when we worked at GameStop. How many of those kids come in for the little $20 cards with their parents,
Yep.
just trying to buy DLC
The
of these
Riot
stupid
bucks.
games. It
I
didn't
don't know what
matter
it's
if they
called.
didn't have a job. They have mom and dad that has income that will buy these
oh,
things.
this is gonna shut you up for 2 hours?
Weekly.
Agreed.
To keep it in
$20.
there.
But now you have Fortnite, which is a free game, right?
And they still pay for
And
money
they
for that
pay-
too.
Agreed,
Yeah.
but it's not like World of
V-Bucks.
Warcraft, which is a monthly subscription to where you have to pay to play it.
Yeah, but that
and
doesn't.
then you get to put more money on top of it.
that
But you have to get the new dances.
like Fortnite is all about
Agreed.
You have to get the
microtransactions.
new-
Yes.
The times have definitely gone towards
skins.
what do they call it? The it's not paid,
microtransactions.
microtransactions. Thank you. You
Literally
just said it.
just said it.
The microtransactions.
The microtransactions. Thank you.
Which they're trying
the
to
times
outlaw
have
now.
have gone towards
Yeah.
that, but that is every time a skin comes out. That's a character I play. Maybe that's a new skin I want. Like on League of Legends, like they come out with skins quite regularly, but they have 130 characters, and they don't come out with 130 skins every month. So for the most part, you're only buying a skin or whatever character every 2 months, a skin every couple months.
So say still, I mean, because we'll go back to advertisers or investors and stuff like that with Riot and everything like that. And of course, they want to save face and they don't want to lose any of these people.
Give me 1 second to finish this thought.
Okay, go
that I
ahead.
have real
Yes,
quick.
yes.
That for, let's say for funsies, I have put in, let's just say $1,000 into League of Legends.
Okay.
I've played the game for 5 years now.
Uh huh.
Would I say that the $1,000 that I've put into the time that I've played that game very, very consistently over the 5 years, would that equate? Would that equal out over me spending $1,000 if it was a subscription?
Oh, you mean if it was a subscription like monthly type of
$200 a
thing?
year.
If I was paying, let's just say $10. If I was paying $10 a month, that is $120 a year, 5 years. That's $500. So I would have way overspent that,
Yeah.
double.
Okay.
Now, let's say you're the average person that's just like, I buy these characters, I buy these skins for these characters that I play. It would be nowhere near that because I own all the characters and I have at least a skin or two per character. So
Okay.
I'm definitely outside of the norm on that one. So I think it is within the norm to say it's a free game. If you put the time into it, you get the points to buy the skin or to buy the characters and all, to get the skins and stuff like that. You don't need to spend money.
You don't need to, but I know that they 100%
What does this have to do with
I'm
employees getting harassed?
This is tangent number 37.
Hey, what show are you on?
Sid,
Where
are you coming
I'm
from?
trying to see how you're gonna rope this back in.
Hey, I'm going back into the whole conversation. Aaron and I were
150 people
having.
walked out of the damn offices because they're getting what was it?
They're harassed.
Harassed.
But it goes even more so because I found the article.
well, fuck their money. These people are getting harassed. Something
I know.
needs to be
I
done
think
to this.
we were going
for
from
this.
who's supporting what because we're talking about
Because
the people that play the game.
it
Do they
tangents off
support?
into- yeah.
Do they support the racism slash sexism? Because again, 10 to 30. I wish I had something in front of me that told me the age range, the ethnicity of who plays this
Yeah,
game.
if we had
You
more
just
stats.
say 10 and up.
Well, if we had more stats, it'd be a better.
I swear to God, 10 to 30 because most
conversation.
people over 30 is
But-
very minimal.
Bringing it back to the actual, victims of all this, they had a lot of people that spoke up, of course, online because that's the a free place to actually talk.
Was there a thing that again, we didn't find if there was an instance that caused this?
There was
or
a
if
couple
this
of
was-
things. So literally, a lady tweeted. She said multiple women confided in me after being sexually harassed at work, and this is, of course, Riot, about their asses being slapped, being groped at parties, and being raped at Riot events.
Okay, yeah, that's
What?
1,000.
Okay, here we go. Here's some stats.
1,000%
At first, it
unacceptable.
was shocking. Then it became standard. So there was another instance. That's
What?
yeah. Okay. So first of all,
I
you still play that game.
I don't
Hang on, hang on. So hang on.
should
So
retire and not-
before we get too far from the tangent,
I'm just saying.
I found some stats from 2012 about the demographics of League of Legends. So total summoner names registered 70 million. It's a player base of 32 million. Daily active players 12 million.
That's like more than WoW.
Wow,
I think now, right?
Oh yeah, WoW at its highest was 10 million subs.
Yeah,
Over
12
90% of players are male.
That was
yeah. Duh.
80
Might as well
85
bump that to 99.
85% of players are between the ages of 16 and 30.
So there's your 10 out of the window.
60%
Thank you. He
60%
wins.
are enrolled in or have completed some college.
I don't know that one. I mean, that kind of seems like they threw that in
that
there.
doesn't
Just
help me
Yeah,
at all.
I don't know.
yeah.
I'm just.
But
repeating what-
but all this, you know what this means? We got them. We got him, everybody.
I'm sorry.
He supports the worst game.
I was
and the
really
worst
worried
company.
where you were going with this.
Hold on. I really have no comeback for the whole parties thing because
That should not be happening.
That's
That is
terrible.
ridiculous.
That's terrible.
it's
That's hands down the worst thing I've heard in this industry.
right. But as you say that, how many of those big ass companies out there does this probably happen at all the time as well?
Yeah, because if it's happening at this company that's a small free to
I'm not
play type of
defending.
thing.
I'm not defending. That is completely
No,
unacceptable.
no,
but,
yeah.
But good God, that must be happening all over the.
Another instance,
ridiculous.
one of the female employees recalls conducting an experiment within the company where she presented a idea. It got shot down. Gave it to a coworker, a male coworker of hers,
Totally.
and they literally quote unquote said amazing.
Yeah, that's
The exact same
that is
idea that she
worldwide.
had.
I'd have to. That's got to be.
Other females said they had been sent unsolicited pictures of male genitalia. Dick pics is what we call them.
Literally just watched Parks and Rec the other day with.
Oh,
the
the
nurse that was everyone was sending it to. You think I have testicular cancer? Let me send you a code.
Terrible. And one email saw a thread in which her male colleagues discussing what it would be like to have sex with her.
Why is that?
After the article was published, more stories and corroborations from current and former rioters emerged through Twitter.
So that's the article from August.
Yeah.
And then this is a result of that.
Yeah,
because
this is August, yeah.
The women that
Getting fed
experience
up with this
that
bullshit.
This should
Well,
not be happening. This
well,
is ridiculous, man.
No, you're 100% right. It should not be happening. And the women who experienced this, or some of them at least, came forward and they started lawsuits. And then what this walkout is about is the fact that for those lawsuits, the company is now taking them and saying that we're going to force you into arbitration.
Yeah.
And basically diminishing
to
any
protect themselves, but to lessen how you feel and what you're going through, pretty much to either silence you or whatever.
exactly because that's what's going to happen.
I want to flip this on you guys real quick because this is how this is how I would feel if a male coworker, because Lord knows if it, in our situation, if a woman did this, it'd be completely different. If a male coworker a male boss of yours put you in a position like this where you were completely uncomfortable, good God, I need to keep my job. I can't screw this up. I'm going to deflect you as much as I can without being offensive and stuff. Could you imagine being in a situation like that where you're just getting advances? You're at a party that's just like, wow, I work with these people all the time. Of course I want to go to this party. And you're getting somebody who's coming on to you that you're just completely like, no, please stop. Please get away from me. But if you do the wrong thing or say the wrong thing, you will lose your job and probably be blackballed from ever doing something in that line of work again.
And that's the ebb and flow. It kind of seems like.
Well,
not just the gaming community, for a lot of other communities.
And women have been going through this for countless
it's crazy
years. But it kills me that for Riot Games to be going through this is not unsurprising to me because of all the companies in the world, if not just the U.S., are going through this.
But it seems like and
it's
Riot,
arbitration that keeps it all in wraps and nothing ever comes out again.
Riot specifically, because it says that they have an 80% male employee rate.
Again, where they have 90 plus, if not 100% players are all male and all that kind of stuff.
But they talk about in that article how the environment is described as like a frat boy environment, and
you have dudes
the
20
women,
to 30 all working
like
there.
the women are constantly being tested for their gamer credentials, basically.
Right. Well, yeah, you've heard stories of women that try to apply for Riot and like they get like tested and quizzed on
and
what they play and how they play and
but it seems so out of reality to me in the fact that you hear about that thing from like maybe a GameStop or maybe you playing games online with somebody, like that's outside of an actual business professional quote unquote situation. But to hear that it's just like that within a company, like a gaming company, like it makes no sense to me.
When you played League, the 10 games or so that you played,
I hated it.
What were the things that you hated the most?
Just the controls mainly. Like, because
did you ever play by yourself? With
I did
people?
play. Yeah, I did play by myself. But see, I'm
You
out
hated
of
all the racism.
Did you? Well,
no,
sexual
here's
harassment.
That's the difference. Why I can't really. I understand what you're trying to ask, but like for me, that stuff does not register.
But did it happen?
Yeah,
You didn't
definitely
play,
happened.
You didn't play very much.
Yeah.
But what was the experience? You had people just like you're an idiot. You know.
No, it's just a lot of because I didn't play the game, I guess, quote unquote, correctly. You know, I didn't stay in my lane or type of thing.
I
or
played for a year before I knew what the hell I was doing.
Exactly. So I wasn't doing what was the meta.
Right.
And people, of course, did not like that. So they would come at me. Of course, they didn't know what race I was. So I never got any racist thing or anything like that. But you definitely got berated by.
People do it without even.
Exactly.
Two white
You
guys
still,
to each
yeah.
other could be
Exactly. Yeah. So I got a lot of that. But like I said, I never. Toxic stuff online never really fully registers with me, only because of
but does it
the environment I've already lived in.
Does it register that the people who play that game are very similar to the people who create the game and behind the scenes? And now imagine all those people who say those all types of things and all whatever, all in the same group, and then you throw a woman in that mix or a black person into that mix and say, good luck.
I get that, but the reason why I say that doesn't, your example doesn't register with me is because I always separate the gamers from the company type of thing.
And I get that, but
in this case, that's not.
It's one and the same. Yeah, it feels like it's just one and the same.
The reason I bring it up is that we look at it as like, when we look at online play, we know people are like, they're going to say whatever, they're going to do whatever, because it's online.
Yeah.
It's bug.
Yeah, anonymity.
And we'd like to separate it from reality, but that's how people really are.
Yeah, no, I get they are, but like, you have a job. Everybody here has a job, and you don't see nearly as lethal as it is.
But imagine
we just heard these examples.
Imagine playing and making a game 24/7 to where you're always on it or you're whatever. Not even the people that make it, the people behind the scenes and whatever. But your entire life is this game, and the entire experience of it is.
So is that what you're saying? So you think
they're
the community
influence
the developers?
I'm saying that is their life.
Okay.
This particular company, because again, whatever giant company probably has the same issue.
EA.
But 24/7. Well, I'm in not even gaming company, because this is a business aspect.
Oh no, yeah, okay, I get you. No, just any giant company. Yeah,
but let's just say, because this company is 90% male, the people who play the game is 90% male, and we didn't get into demographics of how many are Caucasian and stuff like that, but probably going to pretty high, most likely.
But 5% of them went to college.
But what's weird is like, if at some point in your career of your company, there are like signs out there that are like, these things could possibly go wrong, or these things could possibly happen that could take our company down, and you put measures in place to prevent that. Even when I worked at Lowe's, we had sexual harassment training, and it's just like,
they probably had it too.
Well,
because it's to cover their bases, so they'll have a meeting.
Okay, so then,
but it's not like
they'll
do as minimal as possible to get by the guidelines.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, there should be people, or there should be somebody that
you
enforces
hire
that, right?
a third-party company to do that kind of stuff.
You have somebody outside that's like, we're going to come in, we're going to teach you guys these things.
Remember,
but we're also going to police it as well.
This is a company made by young people.
And I think they govern themselves, right?
Correct.
So that's the issue.
You have the third party companies that come in and say, okay, do your stuff, talk about whatever. But then day in and day out, you have this young minded kind of like male dominated fantasy.
I think that's where
whatever.
that's what I didn't connect through all this thing, is that this is a company governed by themselves and nothing outside.
Yeah.
Because something outside would have told them, like, there's a lot going wrong here.
Because
guys.
they've only been around. They've been around less than a decade. It's all young dudes, and they have just like their day in and day out is monitoring and playing a game that is just so racist and sexist. So where it pops up at their work, I'm not surprised at all, because again, if less than 10% of the players and the people that work there are female, it doesn't surprise me that they don't know how to act around them, because
I didn't.
I don't know if I would. I wouldn't excuse it though. Still, because
it's not excusable.
Even as a decent human being,
I am in no way defending them.
okay.
What I'm saying is it makes sense to me that that's what's happening.
He understands. You're saying
Right.
you understand how it happened.
Because
you're not defending it happening.
Like Aaron said, it's 99% male.
right?
If you have 1% of 10,000 coworkers or 10,000 workers are female,
Yeah.
of course it's going to be just like, oh my God, male dominated, because you're going to see a woman once every couple days, and you're going to talk so much, what did Trump call it? Locker room talk. and all of a
There was
sudden,
quotation marks there.
and then there was Steven said the quotation marks, and then you're at a party, and it's for me to hear that there's rape and stuff going on at parties is fucking ridiculous.
It's insane.
But at
insane
the same time, to look at it and be like, wow, it's 90-something% male. If it was 50-50 and it was happening, it'd be like, this company needs to, like, I can't even understand what's going on because there's women day in and day out. But they're looking at, there's this company that has just so few women that it's like a lion and gazelle on the Serengeti. It's just like, it's crazy to me that they would even allow that.
The savannah is actually where the lions.
Did I say it? Serengeti?
Yeah, I mean that's.
No, I was right. Go fuck yourself.
It's knolls that are on,
Yeah.
on Serengeti, but
I mean, I see where you're going with it.
The savannah.
It's just to me though. It's still like
Whatever company. Take
Right.
company that's been around for 50 years, has a 50-50 ratio, and this comes up, you'd be like, wow, how the fuck?
No. I think the fact that, like I said, they're governed by themselves and they're young,
Well, when you
dumb frat boys.
When you say governed by yourselves, like
so like there's with
like my company's governed by itself. so
like
I
they
don't-
have so like just outside of sexual harassment things, you have like OSHA that for
Safety.
safety, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's not your company, right? But you go with their rules and their guidelines and
Yeah,
stuff like
because
that.
it's governed by the state.
every-
Okay, so like there's a ladder
state-
well,
that watches
they have
things.
Yeah,
the
yeah, but-
board of labor and
There's a
whatever.
There's a lot of things. Do
There's
you
rules
think
they have to follow.
Do you think Riot had any other companies outside of Riot
Yes.
that was doing that thing? You really do think with all
No,
the stuff that
there's-
happened?
Well,
because
the
after
labor
X amount
board-
of
the labor board. Like that's just being a company. You have to
you
abide by
have
the
to
laws
have-
of
cannot
the
have
labor
a
board.
business without having that in place.
But here's the thing, though, is going back to it. Then so there's steps to take,
Like
right?
minimum wage, for example, you can't just. You
Well,
don't,
yeah, no.
I'm
that-
so small a company, I don't
Right.
have to adhere to minimum wage. Yeah,
So-
I'm
So
referring
you're
to that one small aspect of the sexual harassment type of stuff, like all that. Like nobody's watching that because
as far as I'm concerned, every state has their
No.
own.
if
Here's the
their
thing, though.
HR is
Because you have was it
Chad.
possible
here's why, though.
deniability,
Here's why,
right?
though. So you have Kathy. Okay,
Uh-huh.
Kathy gets harassed. She goes to her boss. Her boss says, "Oh, just it's your time of the month, quote unquote. So just
Jesus.
stop being so."
No, I
that's what I'm
understand.
saying.
I understand your
That's-
example. I hear your
yeah.
example.
And so she goes to HR. HR says the same thing. If she goes to the labor board, she has to say, "Okay, if I go to the labor board, I have to be prepared to quit my job." And like Adam, you had mentioned earlier, probably be
fair.
blacklisted.
Yeah.
And
not
in the video
fair.
game industry, like if
Yeah, it's tough to get a
it's
job.
tough to get
Yeah,
a job. So you have to basically sit there and suck it up.
And
Here's why I'm saying
That's why it takes so
self-governed
long
because
for-
I'll going back to Lowe's. We had a our
What were we-
HR.
what were we talking about?
This is the same article.
Where did we come from?
No, we're still on the
Riot
walkout.
had 150
walkout, yeah.
plus people walk
And this
out.
is all. This all stems
I-
with it though.
Got
This
it.
all stems with
This
it. So like at Lowe's, the HR lady, she does not work for that store. She sits in that store and she watches things. Because, like I said, this is why I'm saying self-governed.
She,
So
she works for the company, not for the store.
she works for the company, not for the store.
Right.
So if you have somebody that's bigger than the area that all this stuff is happening, and they're from the outside, then they can be the one to shut that stuff down. But when I say self-governed, that means we're picking this HR person, and like I said, it's Chad, and Chad is just like,
Well, so you're
it's
saying
that time
there's
of the month.
there is no corporate office.
Yeah.
Riot is the corporate.
Yeah, it's like we
And
are the
they're within-
masters of
so-
our own.
okay.
Our frat, and this is from I'm getting it from what you were saying. We're just young, dumb-minded developers, and this is the game that we spend day and night on, type
And
of
we
thing.
build a business, and we
we're
pick
the
people.
we're
that,
the head honcho. Yeah, we have put ourselves in these positions to where we feel like we're untouchable because that's I'm 100% guaranteed that's what they thought.
Again, this company's been around for I want to say almost 10 years, and
And they've had crazy amount of success.
Who knows what's been going on at whatever?
We'll move on because I
Well-
want to get to this next part. But this to wrap everything up is 100% unacceptable what they did.
It's atrocious.
I don't even want to read their rebuttal or whatever because I feel like it's just
It's their probably
yeah.
basic, just like
it's garbage.
It's them trying to protect themselves
Yeah.
from getting more lawsuits.
Yeah.
It's just like, and it's upsetting,
It's
and I've said it like
legal-
hundreds of times.
legal jargon. To,
I cannot accept, and I wholeheartedly hate any type of things like this in a realm that's supposed to be fun and something for you to get your mind
for anybody.
for
Yeah,
for
for
anything.
anybody.
But it's like when it bleeds into your like activities, your fun time too.
I will
Like it's like this is supposed to be separation, right?
Two more seconds on this with Larissa, for example. she knows 5,000% more about video games than I do. And for her to be treated the way she does, like, people have to, you're a girl.
Yeah, no,
You play video games.
You saw that. I saw that at Lowe's
And-
with people that knew more about women that knew more about lumber than I did, but they would come straight up to me and I'm like, I don't know anything about wood besides my own.
It drives me crazy
That's
that in gaming,
sexual harassment in the workplace.
No, who's the BYLO HR?
Yeah,
it drives me crazy that in
Adam, because he's been fucking talking this whole thing.
sorry, it drives me crazy that in gaming, like where we all feel like we have been attacked at some point in our life for gaming causes this, gaming causes that, like, oh, you're a nerd for playing it. And it's like we've always felt shunned by somebody at some point, and we shun other people. Like I don't understand.
so
that.
backwards.
Keep your fucking comments to your fucking self. Keep your hands to yourself.
Not even because if you're keeping your comments to yourself,
No, because it's still there.
it's still there.
No.
Yeah, it's the way they think. It needs to the way they think needs to be, and I think that's
It shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
That is so
It's like,
shocking.
I played video
to me.
games and I was beat up as
Nobody
a kid.
should have to do
but
this
I
shit.
hate that women try to play video games and try to be. It's like what?
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Like so. Anyway, treat people better.
Please.
Don't be a dick.
Yes. Let's end it out
Get
with
that bumper sticker.
Ridiculous.
let's end it out with a better future. We have the actual, I guess, Marvel announced the first release dates for the MCU Phase 4. But did
Yeah.
they actually say names attached to these
They didn't
dates?
say
did
what
not.
names.
I just
no.
have dates. Yeah.
Cool. So we know at least for sure.
Homecoming.
Well, that's not Phase 4. That's Phase 3.
That's phase 3.
That's
Yeah,
the end of phase
ending
3.
Far From Home.
phase 3.
Sorry,
Yeah, that's the end of Phase 3.
Yeah, that's the end of Phase 3.
Yeah,
All
no, we
right.
knew what you meant.
Yeah, we
All
know
right.
what you meant.
I said Homecoming. You know, just like
Yeah, because we knew what you meant.
We- correct
Spider-Man.
We know for sure
Spider-Man.
there's going to be
Spider-Man.
a
That's Spider-Man.
we know for sure there's going to be a Eternals movie. We know there's going to be
Black Panther sequel.
Black Panther sequel.
It's Doctor Strange sequel.
Doctor Saint, Captain
Marvel
sequel.
We know there's
Is there
supposed to
gonna-
be a Guardian
is
sometime.
Guardian.
there a Captain America sequel?
No, they have the Falcon and Winter.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Is it Winter Soldier or is it Bucky and Falcon? Falcon and Bucky.
Either way.
No,
Either way,
it's
yeah.
Either way,
Winter
same
Soldier
person.
and-
Disney Plus is going to do that.
It's the White Wolf.
Series.
Yeah,
not
it's a
movie.
series, not a movie. They,
You gotta slowly introduce.
Who's gonna be the bad guy of 4?
the
Red Skull.
Baron Zemo. Baron
What?
Zemo's
Why are you
not
looking at
dead.
me with that face? He's back, and in greater numbers.
I didn't think he was
Uh,
didn't in Guardians 2 when he said I see it eternity or something like that? Are they gonna do anything with that or?
Nah, they probably won't do anything with that.
here's the thing too: is I had read an article where Chris Hemsworth, Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr.,
Okay.
and Chris Evans, they're all in contract negotiations right now.
Yes.
So they're not as done as we thought. They
we
were.
just knew that their contract was up.
I think if
Well, the movies might be done, but they might still be doing.
if Chris Evans
Mhm.
comes back, he should come back as Old Man Cap.
Yeah.
And let's
Why
play,
would he-
play that one out from the comic books. I like that.
I thought he was done. Like he was done.
No, that's so he
I know he's
he was
contracted,
done,
but-
and his contract was up. But that's the big.
You mean him?
twist.
You meant
Well,
him personally?
right,
like
him personally,
he
like,
said.
he's-
Remember,
he
He's
wants
like,
to be
no
done.
spoilers.
I want to make some other movies.
No
Right.
spoilers.
No. But I'm saying like no. It's,
What?
No.
Marvel
What's
said
the
it's
spo-
fine.
I haven't seen anything. I don't know.
Yeah,
What's
but
going
we
on.
don't know if our listeners
Marvel
have,
said
and
it's
they're probably gonna
Marvel
be
says
upset.
it's fine. Russo
Okay.
Brothers.
So
says
there
it's
might be
fine.
spoilers.
No,
Yes.
but so it's
I haven't seen
spoiler
this
free.
movie.
Spoiler
I know.
free.
That's why I'm trying to protect you.
Chris Evans as an actor has made it clear, like Adam said, that
He
he's-
wants to
he
do
wants
other
be
stuff.
done. He wants to do other stuff.
Okay.
But for some reason, he's in
For
contract
some reason, the
negotiations.
truck that Disney backed up in front of his house with money.
They said, "Hey, here's
But-
this money."
Why would he even say that then? Why? I don't
For
want to do this
more
anymore.
money.
Here's $1 billion. But
The quest
Alright.
for
yeah,
more money.
because then he could just be like,
that's
well,
like, how much money do you get before you're like, I'm making money? Who cares who's giving me the money?
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you're Captain America,
The rich get richer
if,
type
if
of
you're
thing. You
a
don't-
Captain America at this point in time, you're not going to get turned down for anything. You show up and just say whatever. He's not going to get turned down for a role.
If I'm Captain America, you have to pry that shield out of my cold, dead fingers.
No,
I
he's
am
talking about
never
other
giving
roles,
up that
though.
role.
He's talking about other roles,
He
right?
shows up
No.
and he
If
says, I
David
wanna,
Webb is Captain America, then we are in trouble.
he shows up. He shows up. He shows up at terrible. He shows up at an indie film,
No.
just like, hey man, we're looking for an actor, and he says, yeah, I want to do it. They're gonna be like, all right, man, let's see what you got.
Have you looked
And
at,
he goes,
Oh, man,
and he
what have you
goes,
been?
I could do this all day.
He says,
Have you looked at his credits?
his IMDb.
Time fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside of Captain America,
Snowpiercer.
he's done nothing good.
Snowpiercer.
How long has he been doing
How
Captain
dare
America?
you? Cellular wasn't that
about
bad.
like- about 10 years, right?
Hang on.
Right.
Cellular,
So-
Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer.
Throw all. That sums up his career.
Those
Besides
movies weren't
He was,
Captain
in,
America,
he was in Scott Pilgrim. Go fuck
The
yourself.
beer.
I'm sorry. If you really look, because I understand he wants to be. He's a thespian.
RDJ. Before Iron Man.
Cocaine.
Was he on fire? Was he getting all the jobs in the world?
No, this movie revitalized.
This changed
This
it.
was his-
Captain America too.
his
He
comeback.
might have had not so
Are
good.
you putting him on the same level as Captain America?
Chris Evans.
I believe what I'm saying is neither of them have been hot before these films that they've started.
But when you look at them,
21 Jump Street.
when you look at them, that was not even
Robert
what?
Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. was in The Shaggy Dog with Tim Allen.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. was in the original 21 Jump Street. You know that, right?
I thought that was Johnny.
That was Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh my god! I'm like, I saw the remake and
You see-
Johnny Depp was in it.
But you see the difference in talent whenever you look at them on screen. You see the difference in talent between Robert Downey Jr. and
In
Chris.
his role of Tony Stark, yeah.
but in other things outside of that after Tony Stark. So you saw him
So
when
you
he was
think
in
because
Tropic
of his-
Thunder. No. Because I'm going after he became Iron Man.
Oh,
and
oh.
other movies that he was in.
What was
after.
that one movie where he, it was him and,
Date.
Due Date. Thank you. Due Date. He
I
basically
already
was
knew
Zach
where
Tony
he was
Galifianakis.
going with this.
He's basically Tony
Okay,
Stark in
okay,
that one.
but that's what I'm saying. So
No,
those
he was
movies,
Robert Downey Jr.
So when he's
Which
in
is
those
Tony Stark did
movies,
this one.
okay, but when he's in those movies, and this is after he's played Iron Man, because I'm gonna go after when Chris Hemsworth started playing, or Chris Evans started playing Captain America. So after he did that, he went into other movies, and he was good in those other movies. Chris Evans,
That's
Mm-hmm.
that's a very
After-
opinionated thing that you just
I'm
stated.
sorry. Oh, I mean, we can go to the list.
He
of
just said a movie that
things.
probably made $4 at the box office. That
It was 8. Get your head out of your ass, Adam.
But
It was
how mu-
two people
how
on
many
that
movies?
Mayday.
What movies have you seen
but
Chris
how
Evans
many-
in since he became Captain America?
I saw him in some rom-com that I literally was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Do you know who played Harry Potter? You know what his name is?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel
Radcliffe?
Radcliffe.
Do you
What
know
about him?
Do you know what movies he does?
Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army.
He does
Man.
whatever fucking movie he feels he would
Because he's
like.
got
Okay,
whatever
then that's
money
fine.
from.
No, that's fine.
Harry
Like I
Potter.
said, Chris Evans can go and do whatever movie he
because
likes.
that's what he wants. That's what he stated. I want to do other things.
Okay, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And
What are we
you were
talking about?
asking,
How do we get here?
And,
I know, I feel like
I'm
we're
bringing
talking
it
in circles.
back.
Marvel due
Tangent
dates.
number 142.
I'm gonna bring it back because you saying why would he? If he can do whatever he wants, he can walk in any place and
said
do whatever he
money.
wants.
Time.
And I said
Flip it
it's
around and
money.
reverse it.
Yeah, because
Time.
literally,
Time.
it doesn't matter that okay, I don't have those other things aren't going to get him the same amount of money as Disney would got him, right?
But again, if he was fine with money, he would never state, "I want to be done with this, so I can go do whatever."
No, because he's one of those. I'm an actor. I gotta go stretch my legs someplace else. That's
You know-
one of those things. It's not. It's.
I don't know. For me,
I feel,
I'm like,
I feel where you're coming from.
Does he? No. Let
if
him explain
I'm
first.
I'm an actor, and I get Captain America.
See,
I get
you don't
superhero.
feel where he's coming from.
I
might
get
take it back.
superhero.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm a fucking superhero.
I know where he's coming from. He would be fine 100% being Captain
Like I
America
said,
for the rest of his life.
You would have to pry. I would be fucking
Do it for 10 years.
It's
What's
the
his
it's
name?
the role of a lifetime. It is a role of a lifetime.
What's
After because
what's
of
the
the
Western
success,
actor
anybody
that's
that
still
gets
not
making
as big as
movies?
Iron Man, apparently.
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. I'd be fucking Clint Eastwood
Ooh.
holding my Captain America shield.
Clint Eastwood played every cowboy from here to Texas, and he never stopped.
Texas.
I'd be
Kind of
Harrison
played the
Ford
same
holding
one.
my
Let me-
Captain America shield
I
and
know
Millennium
this is-
Falcon.
This has been 4 hours, but let me give you the scenario. At 15, you go into drama class, and you go into college, and you go into
Okay.
drama. And when you're done, you take small bits, and you do commercials, and you do whatever. And for the next 10 years, you do movies here and there, indie films, all this kind of stuff. And a lot of bad roles along the way, but you finally get this big role that everyone accepts, and this is what you're known for. Everything else, nothing else exists. And you do that role for 10 years. And you're like, man, I didn't go to school for this. I didn't do all this stuff to be this one person. I did all these acting classes and all this stuff because I wanted to act and do anything and everything I could. Now
Got Harrison Ford.
you get you get all this money,
Yeah.
plenty of money, more than your lifetime that you can get, and you're like, you know what? I have enough money. I can go do whatever. I'm not saying this is how it feels. I'm just
Right.
I can go do whatever I want. I can go to an indie film that has $50, Kickstarter money right now, and I read it, and that's what I want to do.
Are you saying you putting me in the scenario? Me, David Webb, in the scenario?
David Webley.
That's the problem.
I'm putting
Webley.
Chris Evans.
That's one.
I'm putting Chris Evans.
said twice right there.
Who played
Webley.
Flame On? Who played? God damn it!
Snowpiercer.
God damn it! What a fucking movie I just said. The Scott Pilgrim.
Not another teen
So
movie.
he's done.
Oh shit!
another
What's this
team
guy?
movie.
I love that movie. I don't care.
He's done the hero,
Right.
the superhero
actually-
films before.
It's a banana
And
split.
again, he's known for this, but he's
what's
Iron
your-
Man.
what's
Or
your-
he's Captain America, but he's not Iron Man. Iron Man is known as like the pinnacle, the beginning of the MCU.
What's your-
But I'd put Captain
First
America
of all,
up there too.
He's up there too. Yeah.
That's Blade. How dare you?
Wow. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Well, if they can-
You are
It is-
not
if they
wrong.
They can
Wesley
bring
Snipes.
If they can bring him
I would-
back,
yeah.
Without
'Cause-
Wesley Snipes, none of this would have been possible.
So what?
they asked him who could
not
be the
what-
next
what-
Blade, and
I
he
see what-
said Wesley Snipes.
I see what Adam is saying,
He's
and
afraid, yeah.
I get it. I get it. Me personally,
Even Wolverine got done with being Wolverine.
I don't think he got done. I think
I think they said
he's done.
No,
No.
he literally said,
No,
"I
yeah,
want to
he-
do other stuff." He said he wants to be in movies where he can sing and shit. He is tired of being one
don't know.
He
character.
shouldn't do that though. He shouldn't.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not in that scenario. Maybe
Wasn't
it's,
taken as one of them.
maybe it's because I'm not in that scenario. I did take acting classes actually, and it wasn't so I could be an actor.
But did
Well,
you
'cause
wait,
it's-
did
it
you
was-
do it for
he's
20
talking
years
about-
straight?
No,
and
but-
then play the same character for 10 years.
But here's the thing, though, is the root of it, I think, is the same. I didn't take it because I wanted to be an actor. I took it because I wanted to get fucking famous and make a lot of money.
so
So-
I think that's what the problem stems from, probably. Then.
I think
for
he,
your
he
for your
feels
instance.
Adam feels that Chris Evans does not want to be typecast because
Right.
he's already been typecast throughout
His career.
majority of his career.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now that he's at a place where he can just walk away, that's what he's gonna go do.
No, and I get that. I totally get that point of view. Like
The
100%.
problem-
Why are we
It-
arguing this?
Here's the
I don't know.
I don't know, but here's
Tangent
the
number
There's
432.
what's wrong with doing either one?
no. Here's the problem.
What's wrong with doing either one?
Here's the problem with
Hope
how
he
he
knows.
approached it, or not even approached it, because it probably spun out of his control because he did so well as Captain America. You're Captain America now.
Okay.
Every time you go into another movie,
Until
you're
the
Captain
next
America.
Captain America, the remake in
I'm not saying
15
there's nothing
years.
wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with
I'm
it.
not saying
He
anything is
walks
wrong
into-
with it.
He walks into an audition
But
for
from
Romeo
his-
and Juliet, and they go,
Yeah.
hang on. I know you're here for Romeo and Juliet. Can you just
But
just
from
say
his
the line?
standpoint,
Psycho. What's his name? Psycho.
Norman Bates.
Norman Bates got typecast. He would.
I don't know his
he-
actual name.
as creepy person
he-
all the time, yeah, right.
But he
I also
wasn't.
had HIV.
He was on. Okay.
I just-
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
He did. You know how he found out? You know how he found out? A tabloid. They leaked his
That's
medical
not.
records.
As,
And that's how he
I
found
didn't
out?
That's
see
how
that
he
was coming.
found
I
out.
don't even know which
So
one
he was in Orient Express
Random
with,
facts.
with Sean Connery.
Yes.
And he played the little fidgety like in the corner like "Arr," and people could not see him.
Who is
as
this again?
Norman Bates.
Oh, okay. All right.
No one can see him
I'd try.
other than
Chris Evans.
the fidgety killer.
Yeah.
So he got typecast and he could not do anything else.
Yep.
And he's like, I want to do other things. I don't want to. This was a role. This isn't who I am. I don't want to be this.
That's
No, and again,
understandable.
I'm
I
not
get
saying
that.
that's Chris Evans.
Yeah.
But that's how I could see an actor being like,
And I
I've got $50 million in the bank.
I understand, but sometimes the role just it eclipses you, and you as an
and
actor,
you do not have to be there for
And
it.
I think a lot of
Logan showed us that.
actors, especially this day and age with social media and everything like that, that happens. I literally just listened to last podcast on the left, and they were talking about watching a movie that had Sheldon from Big
Yeah,
Bang Theory,
and he's
what did
always
he say?
Sheldon.
He's always Sheldon.
always
Doesn't
Sheldon.
matter what he's in. You have been in a role that has eclipsed your actual person. I understand you do
You
not
do
want to
not
be
have to
typed.
accept that.
Yeah, you don't have to accept that, but the rest of the world has already accepted that.
For
Yeah.
what, 10 minutes? The
here's-
world's
No, it won't be. I guarantee you for him. Not for him.
Ryan Reynolds dies tomorrow.
Jason Biggs
You don't think they're gonna have a
is
dead
always the pie fucker from
until-
American
He's
Pie.
true.
until they have a next
He will always
he will
be,
be the- yep.
the
if
guy
they
who banged the
remade it-
pie.
Steven, if they remade that movie in 20 years, you would forget who he is.
Who's Gene Wilder?
It's Willy Wonka.
Thank you.
the hell?
Johnny Depp.
Not Johnny Depp. I will throw this bottle right at your freaking head.
Johnny Depp?
You no.
How
Thank
many people
you.
do not even know that the original is fucking Gene Wilder? No, a lot of people don't know who
I
Gene
actually
Wilder is.
forgot.
No, Gene Wilder. So
know
look,
what?
But not because of Johnny
Thank
Depp.
you.
Not
yeah,
because of
thank
Johnny
you.
Depp.
Not
Let me
because
make
Johnny
that
Depp.
point.
Thank you. So it
You
really
just
is
didn't
just
know
that.
the name Gene Wilder.
It eclipses who they are sometimes. I know they don't have
Do
to
you
accept
remember
it.
Vines?
Yeah,
Do you
I
remember the people
Vines.
on Vines?
I remember the people on Vines. Yeah, you had King Batch. You had Where are you going with this one?
You got one name, thank you. So it's something that
Those aren't roles.
It was 6-second videos that I remember a lot of them. I remember the Welcome to Chili's thing. I remember
Yeah,
all
but
this stuff.
those aren't roles they played for 10 years.
But it's something that our attention spans stick with for however long, and then we're on to the next thing. So Chris Evans we know it now because it's still happening. But in 20 years, when they do another Captain America or whatever, you're going to forget who the fuck Chris Evans was.
No, I'm not.
Seth MacFarlane.
I don't
Because-
think anybody
no,
is.
And to that point too, Human Torch. Even though Chris Evans has gone off, and he's
who's
played
the
a different role.
He was the Human Torch.
I think of him as the Human Torch
Because
too.
he's done.
Was it Michael B.
No,
Jordan?
you're proving our points and not his. I don't
No,
know
I
why
know.
he keeps co-signing on yours, but we'll keep.
I don't see
Because
a
I'm saying
problem with either one of
No,
these
there
guys.
is no problem.
I don't understand.
Okay, there is no problem, right? There's no problem with
You're
it. They
racist.
either or whatever. We didn't even talk about the damn thing. May 1st, 2020. November 6th, 2020.
What was the story?
God.
February 12th, 2021. May 7th, 2021. November. I don't know what
They're going back to 3 movies a year.
they're going 3 movies a
Except
year.
for 2020.
Yes.
2020,
And
we're only getting 2.
Yeah, you're only in 2
and
2020.
then 3 and 3.
And so far that I've checked, it said that these were MCU movies.
Okay.
Not including movies that were
Watch your mouth.
Fox properties.
Oh, actually.
They don't know if those are included
Oh.
in these dates.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because
They're
like New Mutants
they're
is-
also not including like the new Star Wars trilogy that's supposed to happen after this other one's
so
happening.
this could be
Indiana Jones.
anything.
No, this is MCU.
This is all
Oh, this is just
Oh,
MCU.
This is
okay.
MCU.
Okay.
But I'm saying because they're having all these trilogies and new
Holy
stuff,
shit,
Indiana
the
Jones, all
Disney's
this
gonna
bullshit
be busy as shit.
coming out. Yeah, so they're releasing all this stuff. This is just MCU.
You know what I'm hearing though? They're hiring. So get those. that's what they're doing, everybody.
But here,
They're hiring.
So with this, to this point though, bringing it full circle
Bring
to
it
what
home.
we were just
Bring
talking
it home,
about.
Webb.
All right.
With Chris Evans,
What does this have to do with sexual harassment in the workplace?
did you hear what Chris
I thought
Evans?
we moved
I'm
on to
totally
the
joking.
MCU.
we
No,
definitely
so-
moved on.
With Chris Evans, like thinking of it, not even from an actor
Do you know that his
standpoint.
dad is a dentist?
I did know that.
And he will
I
never
didn't
be anything
think
else.
for now.
And actually, he's an orthodontist. Get your head out of your ass.
He's America's orthodontist.
You don't get that reference. I do. So
I don't.
Well,
Chris Evans.
son.
Chris
There you
Evans.
go.
Yes, thank
Captain
you. Chris
America.
Evans.
I've given him too much to drink. He's
here's
fine.
here's the thing: is if I'm Chris Evans, and I'm thinking, okay, I could be an actor. I can go off and do these indie movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Daniel Radcliffe has gone and done, Swiss Army Man. He's gone and done like this
Black
rom-com
Hell.
thing.
What was that?
Fucking Ron
Hellboy?
Weasley opened up a food truck.
Yeah.
Let them do whatever they want.
Here's the
That's
thing:
fine.
they
Their
could
careers.
go. They could do that. Like, do you want to do something? I don't know. Those movies to me kind of looked like crap. Chris Evans.
It's what they wanted to do.
It's what they
wasn't
wanted
But
to
it's what they want to do, right? But here's the thing, though, too, is like those eventually you're gonna like run out of things to do. Chris Evans, he could sign on with Disney again, and he's set. He doesn't have to worry about auditioning for another role. He doesn't have to worry about doing agents and trying to find another role to do.
Mr. David Webb,
He's done.
you're coming
It's
from
Webley.
you're coming from a mindset of
That's 4.
I'm not famous. I don't have millions upon millions of dollars. This is what I would want to do. Put yourself in a position of where
No, I'm not. I'm not even talking about being a superhero. I'm talking
No,
about
no, no.
just
I'm just talking about getting that
solid
paycheck.
work,
I'm talking about
getting a
getting that
solid
paycheck.
paycheck constantly, or going off and going back to like, am I going to get a paycheck this year?
And do you think that if he stops taking this Disney Marvel money, that he'll stop making the paycheck? That that's what he's worried about?
I think at a certain point, though,
Because remember, he was getting
There's-
rolls like crazy.
There is a lifestyle that they,
there's a
grow
lifestyle.
accustomed to
Agreed,
at a
but
certain
you're
amount of money.
you're assuming that he's going to, because again, he's hot right now. Like people are like, wow, that contract's not done. I thought it was done, but the contract's done.
No,
Well, it's
done.
done. They're
He's
negotiating
got
a
time
new
They're
one.
negotiating.
Yeah.
So
He's got
he
time.
can say no.
He's got availability.
Yeah.
we can sign him on for the next thing. And if you're him thinking, do I want to be known as Captain America forever?
Which
'Cause
you are.
What is he, 35-ish? Or do I want to be?
Fuck him. If he's 35, fuck
He
you,
can't
Chris
be.
Evans.
He can't be 35. He's got to be like.
Chris Evans is.
gotta be
I think
26,
he's
right?
You're ridiculous. If
5
he's
years old.
let's say he's 35,
Yeah.
and he's got all this time. He's got the next 40 years that he could act and become known for the next big thing.
True, but
Or he could be stuck as Captain America for the rest of his
but
life.
here's the thing:
He's 37.
where you talked about his other roles, and he was in like superhero movies. and then now he's in Captain America for 10
So
years.
again, he's been making good money for a long time.
But he's
making really
typecasted.
good money right now. But typecasted, what again? If you check his IMDb, how many films has he done during this entire Captain
He's also
America
doing
thing?
well. I mean, he's like I said, he's one of those. I need to be an actor because he's also doing theater and stuff like that as well. That's when he had that cop mustache and the.
That's what Broadway's for, and I think
that's
he
what
did
he's
that.
doing. So he's doing that stuff. So he'll be fine money. He'll be fine whatchamacallit. But I guarantee you, in the hearts of a lot of people, if not millions, if not billions, he's Captain America, and he will be that way.
And again, if Captain America movies stopped getting made tomorrow,
he will still be that way for the next few generations
until they made another Captain America.
I don't think it because you're still talking about Wesley Snipes as Blade, and they had another Blade.
What?
Yeah.
TV show.
Thank you.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, so thank you. So on that one, we will move right along
Well, how did he do as Human Torch real quick?
to the last. Nobody cares about.
Oh, that was
Fantastic
Michael B.
Four.
Jordan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, he became Killmonger, so I mean,
Yeah,
he
he
kind
Oh,
of
so
redeemed himself.
until his next role came up. Got it.
And Eclipse.
Damn it, Steven.
I'm not against you.
So
okay?
anyway,
I don't know. I feel like I'm getting attacked
I'm
and
not
supported
against
from
you.
a whole angle.
Anyway, that was it. Actually, we're not
Yeah, I
even
was
gonna
just
go
saying,
to the next one.
what's the next article?
Well, because I was going to talk about the new trailer for Spider-Man, because they actually did a clip and everything.
Oh yeah, and now they're putting it at the end of Endgame for people.
Oh, they actually put it at the end of the game?
yeah, they were. I read an article that they were calling or asking people.
Why do you care, Webb? Webb's
at
covering his
theaters-
ears right now because
Yeah,
he doesn't
what
want
do
to hear anything. Why do you care?
They're just putting the trailer that's out at the end of
you guys were
Endgame.
talking about the actual trailer.
No,
What about why does that matter now when you know that the trailer is never indicative of the actual movie?
Because
Especially with Marvel.
No, I know, I understand that. But here's the thing: is I've been hanging out with Emma too much,
Well, okay.
and so for what's the most recent Endgame? For Endgame, I watched the teaser, and that was it. And I enjoyed that movie so much going into it 99% blind.
But
And now
seen
I'm
trailers for
spoiled.
all the other things, right? Before
Yes.
you watched the
Yeah.
movie,
Yeah.
and you still enjoyed them.
I still enjoyed them, but I still had the opportunity to come up with theories, to kind of think what was going on, have an opinion like, hey, I think this is what they're going to do with
You
this.
literally lose
I don't wanna
nothing.
know.
You literally lose none of those things that you just rattled off with seeing any of these trailers ever.
I
Yeah.
don't want to risk it. I don't want to know.
What do you mean? Like I said,
I-
it's 100% guaranteed.
No, it's not 100%.
have you seen any of
guess
the
it is.
trailers?
I saw the first one that came out.
That was a teaser.
Yep, so that's what I saw.
Then you saw the same trailer.
No, because from what I hear,
Literally saw the same trailer.
the new one goes into more explanation about the multiverse.
So
then you've already seen
the
more.
trailer.
You've already seen
I didn't
more.
see it.
You've literally
No,
just
you've seen
ruined it
more
for
than
yourself.
yeah, exactly. Because
I
you've
didn't
seen
see
more
it.
than a trailer
I saw the
has even
headline.
said anything.
I saw the headline.
No,
And
but
that's what the headline
But
said.
they haven't even say none of that. Everything you saw in that teaser is still literally in the trailers.
And all that stuff is knowledge you already have. 'Cause
Exactly.
they already mentioned a multiverse in that MCU universe.
So that's why I'm saying I don't
but-
Or
understand.
MCU.
That's why I don't understand
say?
the
MCU
hiding from trailers
universe.
theories anymore.
MCU.
Like if it was a thing that you didn't
Yeah.
know anything about,
Right.
Like you liked Armageddon trailer, right?
Hell yeah.
Okay. So if it was a thing you knew nothing about, this is a
I
brand
just
new
stared
movie.
deeply into my eyes. when he
Because
said
there was a
that.
rocket going off and just said,
And then there was a rocket in
coming
his
to a theater
pants
near you. And I was
going
like, you know
on.
what? I just went 6 to midnight.
And it wasn't a part of any type of
And that's what we call rocket power.
because they didn't spoil the
Rocket
goddamn movie for me. So I was
okay,
like,
and it wasn't a part of any lore that you ever knew about, or it wasn't a part of any Marvel
fucking
universe.
rocket going
You know
off.
what you knew? Space.
Exactly, you knew a rocket.
I think it just
Was
said,
World
going
is
up.
ending.
I think it did say Bruce Willis and
Yeah, but it wasn't like, oh, okay, this is
It
gonna be a
said
Die Hard
Steve
movie in
Buscemi.
but
space.
it didn't show me anything. So I was
Oh
just
my
like,
God,
well,
Aaron.
Eddie
We
Griffin
should write
was
that
in
script.
I mean,
it. Eddie Griffin.
it's probably
Griffith.
already being written.
Eddie Griffith.
Yeah.
Here-
Griffin.
Hey, Griffin.
Griffin. Eddie Griffin. He was
Whatever.
walking the dog.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm
Wasn't even
saying.
in the
That's
rest
all
of
I
the
got.
movie.
That's all I got.
That's the difference between the Marvel trailers and stuff like that, where you can just watch those, and then a movie that's a single movie without being connected to anything. You can watch that first trailer and then be like, I don't want to know anything else about this movie because it's separate, it's on its own, and when I go, I'm going to be fully surprised. With Marvel movies,
I know Endgame spoilers, and I'm still excited to see the movie.
Okay, but that's fine, and that's fine. And
you've been hanging out with Emma too much.
Yes.
You've been hanging out with Emma too much.
This
Emma,
is the first
stop
time
it.
I've ever
Emma,
done
you're
this.
cut off.
This is the
Stop
first
it.
time.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah,
The
She's
first time I've
corrupting
done
you.
this,
Yeah.
she is corrupting me. I'm 100% going to cop to that. But I don't like. I liked going into Endgame not having any theories, not having any expectations, not thinking like, "Hey, this
and
is the
here
way
we
I
are
think they're
sitting
going to go."
about talking about Game of Thrones, like 9,000 different theories and stuff, and you're still looking forward to watching the next episode. Yeah.
No, actually,
God damn, is that the mic that just blew up in Adam's hand?
hang on.
Oh my
hang on.
god! Whoa!
Let's pause on the
I wish I
explosion
had
for a
some
second.
more
Let's pause on the
therapists
explosion
to
for a
give you
second
here.
because I'm actually
Damn,
less
ooh.
excited to see the knots. I'm actually.
Well, that's because it's poor writing.
It's
though.
poor writing.
That's the difference.
You're poor writing. Those guys work hard.
So
All
what's,
right.
You shit.
Steven, what's in
rude.
that? What's in that water?
Let's
It's not water.
So that's
All right,
vodka.
let's wrap
Straight-
this up. We have
it's potato
gone.
water.
We have gone way beyond.
Are we in like 4 hours and
nah,
16 minutes? On?
We've
What are we
literally
on?
like now with the other thing we just did. It's almost 3 hours. So what do we got?
The other thing was
happening?
45 minutes. This was
Yeah.
Don't
This
watch
was 2
trailers.
No, it was
Yeah.
48 minutes.
so we've done 2 hours.
We've
and 12
done
minutes of
2
this?
shows.
We've done 2 shows. Yes. Well,
Do we get any new
Two
viewers?
You
In
just
the...
So anyway.
Okay, I was
yes.
trying to end it.
No, that's what I was saying.
What are
I
we
was
at?
gonna go.
What are we
Okay.
on? What do we got?
We got Leave Extraordinary Guesters at the end of the month on the 27th,
we
I believe it
do.
is. Memorial's Day. So
Is it?
Memorial Day.
Is there two
Memorials.
Memorial.
Or is there-
Memoriam's Day.
Or is there one?
Memorandum Day.
Memorientals, I think is what
which
they
is
call it.
interesting.
That's
Holy crap.
harassment. Oh shit! Why don't we have a "That's racist" button?
Ooh.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Because it would wear out with
Because
Adam on the show. the
Somebody
whole
would
time.
get drunk real quick.
That's racist.
Power.
So well, maybe
Oh,
for the next
that's
one.
racist.
So yeah, we got that coming up 27th. Like I said, it's gonna be a mixed bag. If you are in the Sacramento area, head down to Oblivion Comics and Coffee, inquire about it, sign up on their events page because we need to know how many people are going to be there so we can
You
prepare
could
for
win
you.
Events page on
things.
Facebook.
We definitely have prizes for you.
That's what the word was. Prizes.
When is it? It's
Prizes.
it's on a Monday?
It's on a Monday, yes.
Okay, I'll go this time, I promise.
So
You said that last time.
they got great things there now. The beer.
I got told not to go.
What,
They
like
got
4
beer?
different.
I was declined to entry.
They got 4 different type of beers there.
Are there IPAs there?
Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of IPAs? They have
The
Track
kind you
7 or
drink.
or
Now
No.
go.
It's
You don't drink it.
You don't
no.
drink.
Hey,
Shut your
hey,
mouth.
hey.
Yeah.
They have.
So
Yeah, that will
go
mute
ahead
the
and mute
hell
that.
out of
Yeah, mute these fuckers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll shout. You bet your sweet ass
Said,
I'll
I'll
shout.
hear you through one mic.
They have King Kong brewery.
Really?
It's a new brewery, new
oh.
local brewery.
That's all they have?
No, they have other stuff too.
They have other stuff too.
They
But I
have
don't know the
other
other names.
Just if you go down to Oblivion,
Orangutan. I recommend that one.
if you go to Oblivion Comics and Coffee downtown,
I'll go for the beer, and then I'll be there for you guys too. How about
yeah,
that?
there you go.
We'll teamwork it.
Boom. Boom.
Come for the beer, stay for us.
Hey.
Adam, I want to point this out before we end. I've been really struggling on taking Adam seriously this whole time because he's
With
been
his
wearing
cat
cat
ears?
ear
Yeah.
headphones.
First off, I look sexier than a motherfucker right now.
Terrible.
All right.
He got really into the sexual harassment topic, and the whole time I'm thinking, you're wearing pink
I'm sitting
cat
here
ears
That's
right
because
now.
he's one big pussy.
Defending
Cat.
Okay. That's atrocious. I'm sitting here fighting
So-
for the women's, and I got my
Here's-
pink headphones on.
Other things we need to upkeep on. I'm going to post up tonight a permanent link to the BYLO Underground, so you guys listening all around the world can
It's
join.
not going to
that.
expire.
Enjoy, yeah, because I didn't know that the thing expires. Like I didn't know how to do the.
We
Do you want help with that, Aaron?
no, I don't know how to do it.
You
We
know how
have
to do it?
5 likes on our picture I
Yeah.
just uploaded.
Hey,
You can-
And the Penrose says, "Where's my invite?"
hey, Andy Penrose, right?
Yep,
Hey,
Indy Penny.
that one.
terrible. So
That human.
That'll be out there. You guys can come and enjoying the discussions that go down in the underground with the BYLO Knights or the Knights of BYLO. We are working on
Is
T-shirts
that the name?
The Knights
for
of BYLO.
for certain people
Do you
in
have a
that
hashtag
room.
Knights of BYLO going?
Yeah, Knights of BYLO. They want T-shirts too.
want
Actually,
They do
I
want
want that
t-shirts.
t-shirt.
they
What
want
is that?
they want specific T-shirts that say Knights of BYLO just
Aaron,
for them.
Are they going to get a
Aaron
patch that
doesn't know
says
how
first
Knights work
9?
though,
I
because he
want-
still
I don't know
wants
if
to be a
there's 9 of
knight,
them.
but he's like technically in charge of the knights.
I'm not in charge of the Knights. I didn't say I was ever in charge.
King
They
Arthur was in
said
charge
they
of his
were.
knights.
But you're the host though, so you're automatically above the. I mean,
the
King,
No,
King
the
Arthur
king-
was in charge of his knights. I don't understand where you're going with this.
You just
I
called him
think you
King
just,
Arthur.
I think you just validated what he was saying. That if you're in charge of the Knights, you're the king of the.
Yeah, no, but
What number are you? Are you number 1 in this,
sir.
real quick? Are you number 1 on that?
yes.
Number 1. Okay.
What's
So
that
you're
gonna
in
do?
charge of the Knights. So King Arthur. So he was
so
validated.
like Lord Commander.
So BYLO.com, everybody.
I have no idea
Anyway,
what
I
happened.
don't know what they're talking
It's
about.
BYLO.gov.
But anyway,
BYLO.
We got
EDU.
BYLO.ca.gov.
we got
King Arthur was
t-shirt
a knight as
ideas coming. We just got to figure out how to
How the hell to do it?
Straight from China.
We also got
We're
stickers.
doing this ourselves, so this is pretty difficult.
It's a whole learning
process.
It's a whole learning thing. We got
Learning
stickers
process.
coming in 2 different colors. We got the original BYLO purple and white, and then we have the BYLO at night, which is black and white.
And-
BYLO,
and full
BYLO
of
after
sexy.
dark.
Yeah, BYLO after dark.
Full of sexy time.
That's all run by special cases.
Yeah, okay.
What else do we got? Is that it?
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and
all before you log off?
the Facebook.
Facebook, man. Someone
What's
fight me
What's
on
that
Facebook.
Instagram there, Adam?
It's it is before _ log _
You forgot a U.
You
I think
log. You log
Is it
before.
just you
Before
_log?
you,
It's
before
before
underscore
underscore
you,
It's before you log off with
log
underscores before
underscore.
each word. For the love of God. Delete that. Take that back.
Who's the social media manager?
It's actually split between all of us.
Yeah, we all take turns.
Yeah.
I do Facebook.
Because
We-
that's how we work.
We do
Facebook.
Facebook.
Thank you.
No,
That's how we
I
work
was
here.
They wanted me to use
who-
Instagram, and I'm like,
who knows who
I'm
who
sorry.
knows who's the one that
Our
asked?
Instagram got hacked or deleted or
Yeah.
something.
so,
You know what's crazy?
That's how we know we made it.
I have an email when we created the Instagram for the original one, and then whenever I click it, because it's like, hey, you know,
It takes you nowhere,
it
right?
takes you nowhere.
Yeah.
Like it's just gone.
I made one, and it was no problem. And then it just said, sorry, can't. He told me, he messaged me, hey, did you remove it? I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So I made another one, and that one
before you log.
didn't work.
That's what it is.
And
just
then
before
I
you
made
log.
I made the underscores, and I was like, all right, there you go.
know,
need
'cause
to
I was
when we
also
were
at Sac Anime when I was doing this, so I was buying like all this stuff you see before you, and he's like, hey, can
you were buying that body pillow right there?
that one right
Yeah,
there.
okay.
Terrible.
And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll make you a new Instagram while I'm buying everything
pillows.
in the world here real quick.
Terrible. Well, I mean, we got it up. We probably should be more active on that one, but
Follow us on Twitch
I just
too.
want someone to fight me on Facebook here real quick.
that's the other thing. We're doing
We're
Twitch
streaming,
now. We're
guys.
actually streaming.
You guys are twitching.
Yeah, and we actually had a pretty fun stream last night where we played some Sea of Thieves
Sea of
with
Thieves.
Webb and Rachel.
Slagathor.
Ray-
And
Shall
everybody
do.
was actually very active in the chat room. I like that one. We had some good conversations going on there. Some good ideas came through because we like hearing from you guys.
We're gonna be watching some movies here pretty quick.
We're gonna be watching more movies.
Some
We
more
already-
Neon Mechanics.
We already watched
Or
Neon Maniacs.
I'm gonna say that was a fun night.
I'm telling
and,
ya.
there was a lot of laughs.
There
had.
was. We should have
I'm
recorded
telling
that.
ya.
It would
If
have
y'all
been a
would
hit.
have heard it, it would have been fun.
Yeah,
It would have
Yeah,
been
it'd
fun.
been good.
we got to
Yeah.
figure out some way to set that up to where we can because I know when I was testing it the first time, they were like, if you guys are just talking and we all watching at the same time, that's fine.
If we can get like some headphone mics and just chill out here and watch a movie, that would be.
Let's
dope.
calm down now. Let's calm
I'm
down.
just saying, so we don't have to like sit there.
We
and
don't
hold
even
a
have a
mic. We could be
Patreon
like,
right now. All right,
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
just.
Do you still have your aim? No, we're talking about this.
Yeah,
AIM?
yeah.
Do you have AIM?
Yes, I do. Have
Yeah.
my-
We're on AOL.com, everybody.
I have a Hotmail.
Oh, gee.
We should make
A MySpace?
a
What?
Spotify playlist.
Ooh,
We don't have that.
Exactly. Boom.
I like that idea.
Exactly.
You can do one. You can do it themed.
Yeah, we can do
Like,
it.
what are you
thing.
listening
It's
to
not gonna be
this week?
themed. It's gonna be the exact same one
No.
as the other playlists that we have
No,
shared.
because it'd
No.
be music you're
Themed.
listening to before you log off for the night.
It could be Aaron themed for a week, and then he just puts his
Yep.
own playlist, and
Which would be
then
fire.
could be Adam the next week, and then mine's.
My name's
I've
Adam.
listened to the playlist that all three of you created. And it's
But
the
no,
same-
but with that one, but literally with that one that you're
Yeah.
thinking of, we had a theme going with that with us.
Yeah,
Like
it's
literally,
just
we
like-
have a theme. That's why, because whenever we created that playlist, and Christy got into it, I was like, we should invite her, guys, because I know she's gonna mess up our flow of what we're doing.
Oh damn! And
Hey,
she did.
Can we take any phone calls right now?
We can't. Oh no, but we'll. You know, that's
we
a
have time
future
for
thing.
that?
Oh,
That'll be a future
shit.
thing.
Call
That'll be
Emma.
a future thing.
Call Emma right
This is
now.
more stuff right now.
Call Emma.
That's a.
Get Emma on the line.
Call Emma right
She's
now.
gonna back me up with not watching trailers.
We should tell her to stop fucking corrupting Web.
That's terrible. But I think.
Are you Bluetooth in your
She's
phone?
probably rewatching Game of Thrones right now.
So.
No.
You,
She's anger watching it.
She's angry rewatching. Hopefully, she's not in her car again because that'll be depressing.
well, there's
So, you guys sound like shit. I can't hear you over my tires rolling.
there's a thing where we can actually take calls and we can actually do like Skype or Discord or whatever.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Long time listener, first time caller.
So but we gotta work that out first.
To Adam's point that he was saying earlier.
Terrible.
About 72
think-
minutes ago.
I think League of Legends is a really good game. I
We'll
don't
see.
understand why
That's gonna
everybody's
come
so
more in
upset.
handy when we go live.
Yeah, when we go live. And we still plan on doing live stuff, so just you have to bear with us, everybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
you just gotta donate enough money so we can get our own
Not
studio and
donate enough money monthly. Yeah, and we can run out of
keep
place.
it going.
I'll be here.
All right, so let's wrap this up, people, because we've gone almost 2 hours in this by itself.
I
You're
blame,
welcome.
I blame Steven.
Well, I mean, we have more people this time.
This episode's been just you two fucking bickering
started
about
it.
shit.
terrible.
Webb's
That was a
drunk.
high five.
Anyway,
Webb's
so
walking home.
Tipsy. Let's just calm the fuck down with the drunk talk.
for Adam PC,
Hello. I can't believe you hit that. I totally thought you hit the
missed.
wrong button.
the internationally known Steven Gutierrez,
Damn, son, where'd you find
Boom.
this?
the real David Webb,
Here it comes.
Ew.
Oh, damn it. There's that one.
No, it's him.
Here it comes.
I am
What
Jared
in
Carter.
post?
Oh, I thought you were going to do the magic.
No magic.
There it is.
There it is, that one saying that is enough internet for today.